He shoots, he scores! This week on the Disness, as we're talking about Air Bud, the best basketball movie ever made. My name is Jordan Bass. Thank you for joining us here on the Disness. If this is your first time, welcome in. If not, welcome back, my fellow Disness men, Disness women, and Disness people. As always, I'm joined by my co-hosts. First up, we got Animal Style, Smalltown Dalton Endicott.
Yeah, I thought In-N-Out was fucking mid as hell.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Boo.
Shit was mid.
You had Texas In-N-Out. You need to
Give
have
a fuck.
Nevada
where else should I
In-N-Out
go?
was better. Vegas In-N-Out's way better.
I ain't going to Vegas.
All right, you'll go to Colorado.
I'll go to Colorado.
Hell yeah.
I saw a
Let's go right
giant In-N-Out, they call it in Colorado.
They have a giant
I don't know
one?
if it's like the corporate, but it's like a
Maybe.
giant building that says In-N-Out.
Okay, maybe it is the corporate.
Might be.
But we got to go there sometime.
It's
Give it a shot. I
fire.
also think it was hyped up too much to you.
Also, Animal Style is just melted American cheese.
Melted American cheese, their like special sauce, which is just like basically like their rendition of a Big Mac sauce, and caramelized onions. And don't you not like caramelized onions?
Don't like cooked
See,
onions.
okay, that's a big thing. Yeah.
I love onions. I hate cooked onions.
Well, cooked onions don't like you either, you son of a bitch.
Good, dude.
Speaking of sons of bitches, also here, that's my dog. That's my dog. It's Kaylee Foot.
Could have said like a bitch with a son or something like
I
that.
don't have a son.
I have 3 furry
Oh.
ones upstairs. Yeah.
And joining us.
He didn't say, speaking of bitches.
That's better, right?
That actually would have been better because I'm not a son.
Speaking of bitches, Sophie's here.
Oh, she looks so
She is a
sweet.
bitch. Sophie just snipped the mic. Sophie's like, what do you want me to do? She's so cute. If you want to go see Sophie, go look at our Instagram page at Disness Podcast. But yes, folks, we're joined by a guest this week. First one in a while here to talk about Air Bud. Ladies and gentlemen, he ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's Keegan Keke Tyner.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome. I did want to add something about the In-N-Out thing. I do think In-N-Out is a good burger, but I do think it is a little overhyped. Their service, though, top tier.
Their service is great.
Top tier service.
I personally think it's the best fast food burger I've ever had. But Five Guys does rival it. Five Guys is phenomenal.
Culver's
Culver's
blows
bruh.
it out of the water.
Is
I
Culver's
disagree.
nationwide?
Agreed.
Or is that like
I
a
don't know. That's
regional?
probably a
thing?
Midwest thing.
Yeah.
I do think it's Midwest. It's like the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
I do have to agree that Culver's is like way better.
Culver's
than
is probably the closest thing you can get at a fast food restaurant to like a backyard barbecue burger. Like that style of burger. You know, one that like it tastes like your grandpa made it on his grill.
Because it's
Yeah.
covered
You
and slathered
And the
and
best-
rubbed in butter.
Not
Yeah.
even just that, but just
Just
like the
95%
toppings and
butter.
everything. Like it all tastes like fresh toppings. The lettuce, tomato.
My friend doesn't like Culver's because he said it tastes like too much butter.
Who is this?
Reader.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What the- Put your cock away and
I know. No, he fucking owns cows and he sells beef, so he's fucking all hoity-toity
He's, like,
about
really
the kind of
prissy about his beef.
hamburgers.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you. Put butter on.
It's like how I'm really prissy about my beer. I will only drink hams.
very prissy
top
about your
tier
beer.
craft beer.
you-
It is. It's quality beer.
yeah, it's
That or a PBR. That's all I'm drinking.
Kindergarten craft beer, fucking macaroni necklace beer.
That's gonna be a bit though, small town. I'm gonna go to a bar and be like, "Hey, do you guys have any craft beers?" And like they're gonna name off other craft beers, and I'm gonna be like, "What? No hams?" I like me a good ham. Keegan's drinking one of the hams we got in the fridge right now because that beer is refreshing.
I always keep a nice hams on deck, dude.
Damn right, at all times.
At all times.
If you get
Gross.
pulled over and you got a hams in your cup holder.
Yeah, I usually keep one in my glove box just in case.
And the cop understands because it's hams.
Yeah, he understands. He knows.
Or
He's
she.
like-
She
he's like,
too. Could be a she.
Yes. As soon as they pull you
Yeah.
over, they're just like, you know what? You have good taste. You can get out of here.
Well, folks, yes, we are talking about Air Bud this week on the Disness. Have we talked about a basketball movie here on the show yet? I was gonna say it's been a while since we talked about a sports movie. But we
Well,
talked
I
about Young
mean,
Woman in the Sea. not
High
too
School
long ago.
Musical is kind
Yeah,
of
that's kind of basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe there was one more that I feel like I'm forgetting, but
I don't know.
But we've talked about baseball. You can go back and listen to The Rookie. We've talked
Mhm.
about football. You can go back and listen to Invincible.
Gus.
Oh god, yeah, the best football movie.
And we talked about
Remember the Titans too.
Oh yeah, that's
we talked about that Young Woman in the Sea a few weeks ago. We've talked about Miracle and what's the one with all the kids, the Mighty Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've touched on a lot of sports, but I don't think we've done a basketball centered movie.
Yeah.
Because even then with High School Musical, that's just basketball's just a piece of that movie. It's not really
it's a fairly large piece, but it's not.
Kind of.
It's not the.
It's more the
sole-
basketball to theater
Yeah.
deal is what it's about, not about.
But there's still a whole entire song and scene with them playing basketball,
Get your cock in the game.
and also a lot of basketball throughout the entirety.
Yeah.
So it's almost.
All right.
It's like this
Alright.
sick ass. Was is it whatever his friend is, fucking Corbin Blue.
Yeah, what's Corbin Blue's character's name? I'm forgetting.
I was gonna say Zeke, but he's the
No,
one
Zeke's the other
Yeah.
kid on the team. Yeah, no, why am I forgetting? What the fuck?
I don't know, but doesn't he always have a basketball with him?
Yeah, he
Just
always
walks
does.
around school with a basketball.
Yes.
No, that was not allowed in my fucking.
No.
high school.
Is it
Put
Chad?
that shit up.
Chad. There we
Chad?
go. Chad.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's a very Chad move. Just
Yeah,
walking
it
around
is.
with basketball.
That is such a Chad move.
We have a drink this week that it's Keegan approved, ladies and gents.
Very
It's already
much so.
halfway gone.
It's called the Golden Retriever's Delight. And this, folks, has vanilla, specifically Madagascar vanilla.
Yeah, I was like, it's fancy and she's on sale.
Because we only fuck with David Schwimmer in this house. Madagascar vanilla 360 vodka. If you can't find that, you can just get a vanilla vodka. I'm sure it'll give the same effect. Bailey's Irish cream liqueur, butterscotch schnapps, milk, specifically whole milk.
Shout out Keeg again.
That's
I
milk.
thought you were going to say shout out RFK.
Oh my god.
This drink is also RFK approved.
Yeah.
And vanilla pudding instant mix, and just a spoonful, just a little bit in there. Is it have that pudding effect to it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely tastes like vanilla pudding. For
Mhm.
sure.
And
Okay.
it's a little more thick. And that's
Yeah.
probably a combination of the pudding and the whole milk.
And I didn't want it to be too thick because I could have done something where I made pudding up and then put it in a blender or something like that. But I don't know. I just thought adding the mix to it and then stirring it. Well, I use my classic shaker. I got all that bartending equipment. Smalltown. It's time for the ceremonial Smalltown tries the drink part of this show.
It also has a Scooby snack in it. I don't know if
It
you
does
mentioned
also have a
that.
Scooby snack for
It
garnish
does.
in there.
But we're calling it a buddy snack today.
Buddy snack. And if Smalltown don't like it, he can have as many hams as his heart desires. Okay, no face. No face yet. Okay.
Oh, I mean, this tastes good. You did a
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good job,
What do you
babe.
give it out of 10?
good job. 4.
Smalltown's really got a real
Oh,
strict
shit.
scale.
I mean, honestly, it's tough because my scale would be I don't know. It's not really for me.
Right, your personal
But,
scale might be different.
Yeah, but I mean, this is an 8 or a 9. Legitimately, this is a good drink. You did a good job.
Mm-hmm. You really did.
Thank you. Oh, that does taste good. I was the last one to try it and I made the drink. But I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those that you wouldn't be able to be pounding those all night, or else you'd be in the
No.
bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
Your stomach would
Or you'll
hurt
just
very
feel
bad.
really heavy for sure.
Yeah, yesterday I chugged 2 cups of coffee, and I'm a motherfucker that puts 4 creamers in my coffee. So I chugged 2 cups, also
For
a fair
minimum.
amount of sugar as well, and my stomach was fucked.
Oh yeah,
I felt like absolute shit, dog shit, if you will.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But you didn't eat it, hopefully.
The shit?
Yeah.
I ain't
Whoa.
gonna say.
Okay. Let's move on.
Speaking
Whoa.
of dog shit,
Speaking of dog shit, this movie. I really hope someone here goes to the defense of this. Because spoiler alert for specifically Smalltown, who probably assumed I was going to give this movie all kinds of props. I'm not. I do have some things I'll give it. And we'll get there. So that's a reason to keep listening. Make sure to listen to the second half of the show, where after the movie rundown, we will be giving our report cards and overall reviews of this film.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, let's get into our relationship with this film. And traditionally on the show, we always do guests first here. So, Keegan, Did you have this movie on VHS or DVD? Did you see it in theaters? Do you have childhood memories or a specific attachment to this film?
Definitely some childhood memories. It's been a really long time since I've watched it. But I did have it on VHS as a kid. I have watched it a fair share of times. I definitely didn't remember the movie as much as I thought I would going into it. But yeah, no, it definitely brought back some memories. But not as very the memory's not there as much as I thought it would be.
Right.
Hmm.
But I feel like I find that happens a lot on this show. Like you'll watch a movie that you'll be like, yeah, I remember this, and then you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
There's like major things that happen that you don't remember. I also feel like that's just through the lens of a child.
True.
Because you're not going to pick up on all the things that you pick up on as an adult and understand all the little tiny details.
Right.
Yeah, I
Kaylee,
mean,
what's up?
this came out in like 97, so I mean,
97,
I was way too young to even form thought at that time. So I mean,
Smalltown was forming thoughts.
Yeah. My first full year of life, I was fucking forming thoughts.
Yeah.
Right. You're a genetic freak.
I mean,
you were
clearly, look
a
at me.
Conscious baby.
Yeah, I was born conscious.
yeah, weren't you telling us
Oh.
earlier that you remember being born? Like you remember it?
I remember before being born.
Yo. You need to write a book.
God, that would be like hell.
There's like some fraction of a percentage of the population that literally remembers every detail of their life. Like
What?
it's some like medical thing.
That's
where, like they can recall.
Whoa.
I don't know, dude. It's like a thing. It's like there's a medical term to it. I didn't just fucking make it up. All right. That sounds fucking
No, you're
atrocious.
lying right now, Smalltown.
All right, I made it up.
Seriously? That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, do you mean like every moment like they remember like going back to literally being born, or they remember every moment like they have a photographic
No, I think
memory?
it's literally like goes back to like being born. Like
But this isn't photographic memory shit.
I don't think so. I think those are probably two different things. I'm not sure, dude. All right, listen. I'm not a doctor.
You should be.
I should be, but I'm not a doctor.
It's really too bad that they kicked you
Pretty
out of
close to being a doctor.
I can't believe that, man, that they kicked you out of medical school.
I know I was so close to graduating too. I mean, I
Yeah.
was a semester in.
Yeah. Man, you only had like 7 semesters left.
That's it. Yeah. And the crazy, I hadn't even gotten accepted into medical school yet because I was just in my first semester of college in general. But I feel like maybe I should have been able to get into that program. Even now.
Yeah.
Any
even
medical
now.
schools listening, fucking let me in.
Let him in.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
I got it.
The hip bone is connected to the leg bone.
Yeah.
Kaylee, what do you remember about this movie as a child, or even just in general? Do you have a relationship with this movie at all? Or
Yes.
just Air Bud.
I mean, for sure with the franchise, because I feel like these movies were playing like at all times on Disney Channel, and for any sport when it was in season or holiday later on.
Yeah, because they did make a movie for like every single sport.
Yeah.
And beyond. Once we get to the Buddies movies.
Mm-hmm. And so I didn't remember this one as much as I, remember other ones, but I definitely remembered the basketball aspect to it.
I think I remember the football one a lot more. And maybe a little bit of the baseball one. There's also like a volleyball one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really remember this. I don't know if I've ever seen this movie or seen it in full. So I don't really have specific ties to Air Bud. My sisters used to watch the Buddies movies growing up. I never really got into that.
I've definitely seen.
Even as a
at least
child, I
half
didn't
of
really
the
like
Buddies
the
movies.
talking dogs thing. And that's where we get to with Buddies is the dialogue. That's why I really liked, like me and Kaylee were talking about the other night, like The Incredible Journey, which we will talk about on this show one day. Because the animals, as far as we remember, didn't talk in that one. And I like that a lot more than giving dialogue to animals. Like I remember like Beverly Hills Chihuahua was just like not
you
my
lost
thing.
me. I loved Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
That's another one we'll talk about one
Haven't
day.
seen it in a long time, so
Smalltown. Do you have any pre-existing relationship with this film or Air Bud?
I mean, not for real. I've seen this movie. Like I remembered a little bit of it. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones. I have zero.
I'm surprised you hadn't seen the football one. big football
No,
fan.
seeing like you don't like dogs talking. I don't like dogs playing sports.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I think we've discovered on this show that we don't like animals playing sports.
Mhm.
oh yeah, no.
It's just and it's one of those things that like conceptually sounds like it has some kind of appeal if you're like, especially from a corporate standpoint, like, oh yeah, kids will eat that shit up. And it just almost feels like I'm glad we've kind of gotten away from that, because even for late 90s standards, this feels dated. Like, I feel like that's some shit that like peaked in the 60s, 70s, like 80s even.
Yeah, when people were way dumber.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even then though, like we talked about on Gus, like people didn't just like it because they were stupid and film wasn't, hadn't reached. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking shit on film from that time, but like film hadn't reached like what it is now. But did you guys ever see Strays that came out just a few years ago?
No.
That was like sort of like a adult spoof on like the talking dog thing. And it had, I think, Jamie Foxx voiced like one of the main dogs, or maybe the main dog.
Wasn't like Snoop Dogg in it too?
Maybe.
I
can almost guarantee he was, because it was a dog movie.
Yeah.
True.
Like they just had,
Oh, we got to get Snoop Dogg.
we
I
had to
have.
capitalize on it. That's like every like 50-year-old white guy's coolest person in the world is Snoop Dogg.
That's so
you
true.
got to have him in just everything you can.
Mhm.
He is a cool motherfucker, though.
He is a cool motherfucker. I mean, I'm a little over Snoop Dogg, but I do like Snoop.
He had a song that came out a few years ago that I'm a big fan of called New Booty. That's
Jordan loves that song.
It is literally about prison rape.
Oh, sick.
It's the whole thing is like talking about how this guy's new to like the prison yard or whatever,
Mhm.
and that's what they call them when they're new. They're new booty. Pull your pants up, young loke, cause you some new booty.
See, I feel like
This
he's
is
way too
Snoop
old to be
Dogg?
making.
This is Snoop Dogg.
I feel like he's way too old to be making songs like that now.
He's too old and making songs.
Yeah.
Rappers have to stop. You hit 50, you got to stop.
Got to.
Yeah.
Well, Mount Westmore was kind of fire.
Mount
that
Westmore
whole,
was fire,
that
but I
whole
can
album.
also see like the perspective of like it being cheesy too at the same time.
Sure, for sure.
But it's fun. Like it's a blast.
Yeah.
I saw a video recently of like E40 like preparing for like a freestyle or something, and everyone in the comments were like, "Hang it up, Unk." I'm like, "Hey, you back the fuck up off E40, bro. That's not cool."
Yeah, at least he's still doing freestyles and not making songs about people getting raped in prison that you have not been to in, I don't know, 30 years. Did Snoop even go to jail?
Yeah, he
Oh,
got
yeah.
charged for murder.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Ooh, I
forget
just
about
showed
that.
my age.
He got charged. He didn't get, what do you call that whenever you get found guilty?
He was acquitted.
Acquitted.
Right? Is that yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you get acquitted if you aren't charged. So
So he wasn't convicted.
He wasn't
Convicted.
convicted.
There
he
we
was
go.
charged. He was acquitted and not convicted.
Yeah, wasn't it like self-defense? Like, wasn't that like pretty much what it ruled was? Like, so
I actually don't know what the whole thing was with him, because I know some people say like, no, he definitely killed the guy. Like, as in like he got away with, he didn't kill him, but like people are like, no, Snoop killed that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I have no idea.
Yeah, I'd have to look more into it, but I feel like it was like a self-defense. Like, he basically got it beat because of self-defense. So, like, he did for sure kill somebody. But it was just like,
Fucking-
he got off. But maybe we should do some more research on that.
Yeah, I was
to
going to say,
that.
you probably
No,
could afford
I-
a pretty damn good lawyer, so.
let's definitely keep talking about things that we don't know
Allegedly.
the half of.
Allegedly.
They said murder was the case that they gave me. That's
Yeah, he literally
Yeah.
came out with a song.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, wait, yeah, you're right. There was a song that said that. I can't remember. But we are talking about Air Bud, and with that,
Air Bud,
let's
not
get
jail.
into our next segment here on the Disness. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Kaylee time.
Welcome, boys. I'm once again surrounded. So I just have to start
Yeah,
this
Sophie.
with a kind of a funny. When I was making my PowerPoint, I didn't realize that the basketball slide was animated. So I put a little picture of Buddy in it. But then when you start animating it, he's
Oh,
just,
no!
he's just
Buddy gets
miscellaneously
hit.
floating around the screen.
Buddy's down.
It's stupid but funny. It made me laugh. So, reminder, we're talking about Air Bud. This movie came out on a Friday theatrically in the month of August, the first day in 1997, as Keegan spoiled. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Keith.
This movie
You're
is
done.
a whopping 98 minutes long.
Feels longer.
felt all those minutes at the very least. President, for now.
Bill Clinton.
Good job, Jordan. The number one song. I don't know. You guys could get this, but it's really random.
All right, give us a genre.
R&B/rap, I'd say.
Is
R&B
it like
slash
Nate Dogg?
No.
Is it a name we know? The artist,
Yes.
for sure, without a doubt.
Is it something with
1000%.
Is it something with Faith Evans on it?
Yes. Damn.
I don't know though.
Faith Evans and
Ja Rule.
no.
Damn, I don't know if they ever had a song together.
I feel like Ja Rule was getting bigger a couple years after this.
Yeah, he's more early 2000s.
Yeah.
Than 97.
Is it fucking Puff Daddy?
Mhm.
Oh, this is
Unfortunate.
because Biggie died in
Yep.
97. So that's I'll be watching you or
Yes.
I'm whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be missing you.
I'll be missing you. Yeah.
Because it was a tribute song,
Yeah, to
from
Biggie.
that they sampled the
So
song.
that's not
Every
the
Step You
first
Take.
time that's been the top song for a movie we talked about on this
Yeah,
show.
because we've talked about so many movies from the 90s.
Yeah, that's true.
like, what can you do?
What can we do?
So the number one movie is a random one that I don't know if any of you guys have seen.
Well, let's just cut to the chase then.
It's Air Force One with Harrison Ford.
Oh,
I
love
would've-
Air Force.
That was my
Yeah.
first guess.
And your second guess.
Shit. Well, I don't know if I've actually seen this movie, but
I love
I
it.
love Harrison Ford.
I've never
so-
seen it. I don't know what it is.
I also haven't seen it in a long
It's
time.
about Air Force One.
Harrison Ford plays the president.
Nice.
Oh,
That's basically
nice.
what it is.
Okay, so-
and it's just
And
like
let me
Air
guess,
Force
they're
One is
on the
getting
plane.
attacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then let me guess, they make it through.
Yeah.
Nice. Got it.
No, Harrison Ford fucking.
You don't
dies.
shoot down Harrison Ford.
That's true.
So as I've just said, we've covered a lot of shit about the 90s already. The internet booming, grunge
Great
fast fashion, Discmans, Nintendo 64, Spice Girls, Usher, Elton John, Michael Jordan.
These are like all great things.
Movies that came out this year, The Fifth Element. Funny enough, we were just talking about this, Good Will Hunting.
Keegan brings up Good Will Hunting weekly.
I do.
At
It's a-
least.
It's a great
Not your
movie.
fault.
You said what?
It's not your fault.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not your fault. Isn't that what he says? A whole bunch? Robin Williams? Yeah.
Mhm. And Liar Liar. Shout out. Love that one.
That's a good one too.
That's
This-
Jim Carrey.
Where he's like, he has to tell the truth. Like,
Oh, he gets on the elevator and he's like, nice jugs. Or like, whatever the fuck.
That, of course, that's what you remember.
I like the Family Guy gag where there's like one episode where for some reason Lois's dad Carter has like control over what Peter does for some reason, and he like makes him shoot a shot for shot remake of Liar Liar.
That's funny. I think I know what you're talking about. That's funny.
Look up that clip; it's hilarious, especially if you're a Liar Liar fan.
So this movie, or this era, is probably familiar because George of the Jungle came out like 2 weeks before this movie.
That was the one that this song,
Uh-huh.
was the number one.
Yeah. Yep. And also, that's episode 69. Go check it out. That's a good one. Nah.
Bring back 69.
Nice. And Netflix was born. I still react every time I hear it. And sometimes when people have it in like their phone numbers, when I'm taking whatever phone calls at work, it's really hard to not be like, nah. And now add fucking 6-7 to that, unfortunately, because they say 6-7 and something goes off in my brain. Like I don't feel an urge to be like 6-7, whatever, especially because that's like dead by now. But
You're just like in your head making the hand motion.
yes, like how, like 21, 1738, 69, and now
24 and
6-7.
25.
Dude.
Actually,
24
too.
and 25, bro.
I wanted to throw Hallie off the roof
I'm
During-
glad you didn't.
during the 6-7 shit because
Yeah.
it was constant. And then she had her little sister doing it.
Oh
I
no!
literally had to tell Hendrix, I was like, you
Aw,
gotta stop.
But that'd be
It's
cute.
not allowed in the house anymore. No more 6-7.
Baby voice.
No, it's not cute because 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. She would just keep doing it. It's like, bro,
Yeah, that probably would drive me batshit.
you can't even count to 7. Shut up.
That's teaching her.
No, she can. She can count to 7.
And that's it.
No.
Yeah.
Because of 6-7.
Yeah.
She can now
So
count to
literally.
7.
So for the ratings and reviews of this just banger of a movie, Rotten Tomatoes gives it, shockingly enough, a 50% critic score and a 38% audience
These
score.
are the same fucking assholes that gave Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen like a 6%. Go fuck yourselves. I'm fucking sick of this shit. I know it's not the same critics.
Oh my
A lot of people
God.
don't understand Rotten Tomatoes and think like it's the same critic, or like they don't get it. Like, or they think it's like one central critic.
No,
or the
it's just
website
one
giving it that
person
rating,
that's
you
like
know?
considered certified to be a critic.
Yeah,
But it's just like
it's a
random people
consensus.
that choose to review the
And
movies.
some have more than others. Did you see how many critic reviews this one had? Yeah,
yes.
You can keep reading. I'll look it up.
I can't
But
wait
it
to hear
still
the
was not a
fucking
lot.
whatever. What's that? Letterbox.
You
Yeah.
hate the letterbox score.
If it's a 3.1, I'm going to throw up.
Well, before that, I'll tell you, IMDb gave it a 5.4 out of 10. And Letterboxd gave it, drumroll, 2.7
Okay.
out of 5.
All right. Okay.
There you go. So you can.
All right. Okay.
A lot
Keep
of the
that throw up in
comments
your
were
gut,
very
Smalltown.
hater vibes.
There was only 30 critic reviews.
Yeah.
For this,
Not
I'm
many at
curious
all.
how many Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen had in comparison.
And while you're looking that up, I'm going to say my favorite quote from Letterboxd. Yiggy Fresh said, "Dogs watching this be like, this is my Black Panther."
Oh my God. Also, Yiggy sounds like a slur. I don't know what kind of slur, but it does.
Okay.
Maybe it's just the double G in there.
Yeah.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen had 93
Dang.
critic reviews.
That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, they were wrong, and they don't know what they're fucking talking about.
Well, I'll be
Yeah.
honest. They both suck.
Yeah, but that one was better.
Well, we can talk about it.
We did talk about it.
So the budget for this movie was $3 million.
Clearly.
Today would be 6.1.
$3 million is insane, because considering this was an independently made movie.
Yes, but it's still Disney, and it was a theatrical, so like they got to put some money into it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Disney just distributed it. I don't think they had any hands in the
Right.
creation of it. So
They
$3
did
million's a
get-
lot of fucking money.
We'll talk about it in a minute, but they did get a pretty good director, so.
Okay.
Pretty good producer, too. I saw him.
Oh, are you talking about Mr. Weinstein?
Uh-huh.
I
Harvey
clocked that
Weinstein.
shit immediately,
Yeah.
bro. And that might be the first time that we've had a Harvey Weinstein executively produced.
Yeah.
And it was the other it was his brother too, I'm guessing, right? The other
I think there
Weinstein.
was another Weinstein.
Yeah.
They weren't the main producers, though.
Damn, we're fucking 20 minutes into the show, and P. Diddy and Harvey Weinstein have both already come up.
Ooh, so the
But
box
we
office.
can talk about Bill Cosby, too.
There's someone in this movie named Bill something, like CEO something. And when I first saw that come up, I was like, I had like a jump scare for a second. I was like, no fucking way that guy is in this movie.
Is he in any Disney movies?
Bill Cosby, yeah. There's a movie, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's him and what's his name? He plays Monica's dad on Friends, and I really love him. He's a really good actor. But I'm pretty sure Bill Cosby plays the devil in it,
Fitting.
which is insane.
It's called Don't Leave Your Drink Unattended.
It's called This Is Based Off Reality.
Mm. The box office for this movie was $27.8 million. So they definitely made their money off of it.
Yeah, that makes sense why there's so many sequels.
Birthed the franchise, which we will go through rapidly. We have number 2, Air Bud Golden Receiver. So that's football. Number 3, Air Bud World Pup soccer. Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch baseball. Air Bud Spikes Back. That's the volleyball one. And then Air Bud Returns that came out in 2026. I don't
Yes.
even remember hearing about that.
No, I remember seeing Disney's announcement for
Mhm.
it and being like, why?
Yeah,
Oh.
literally.
Dude, the titles of those movies pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm mad now. Yeah.
You know, I think Golden Receiver's a decent pun.
In World Pup and 7th Inning Fetch. Spikes Back makes me mad.
Yeah.
They all made me kind of mad.
By the way, the movie is called The Devil and Max Devlin, and it's Elliot Gould and Bill Cosby.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll talk about it one day because that
Great.
was a Disney movie.
Great. And then we have the Air Buddies films. There were 7 of them from 2006 to 2013.
For no fucking
There was
reason.
one every year?
Every
Dude,
year
holy
except for
shit. We're talking
2010, I'm pretty
Snow
sure.
Buddies, Space Buddies, Treasure Buddies.
Spooky
Bro,
Buddies.
They made a Christmas one, and then the following year made a prequel to it.
Well, those are Santa Paws.
Which is separate.
kind of.
It's still within the same lineage of it
yes.
all, though.
Yeah, but they're
Fucking
Santa
ridiculous,
Paws.
bro. Thanks a lot for what? What the fuck is the owner's name? Fucking what was it? Kevin something?
Kevin
DeCiccio? DeCiccio or something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah, fuck that guy. He's dead now. I'm pretty sure he died this year.
But not fuck him low key because he was the one that found Buddy and he rescued him and
Yeah,
trained
but
him.
He's responsible for this shit.
Well, it's actually kind of Buddy's fault for being so awesome.
Yeah,
And
fuck
inspired.
you, buddy.
No,
We're
you take that
talking-
back.
The main kid? His
No, the
name's-
dog.
No, I'm talking about his owner in real life.
Oh.
Because, yeah.
Funny
I'll
enough,
get into it
though,
here in just a
the
little
kid who played Josh, his name is Kevin.
This is true. And he's actually like, did you see recent pictures of him? It's like, that's a good looking
Yes,
dude.
yeah, he's handsome.
Yeah,
he
very
looks also
handsome.
looks super familiar.
Yeah,
He-
I thought he looked a lot like a Sprouse brother.
That's what
Like
Keegan
he looks
said,
like a
too.
mixture of.
Yeah.
I
Dylan and
also
Cole.
think he looks kind of like a young Zac Efron.
I could
He
see
does
that
look
too.
like
Yeah.
Zac Efron
I
too.
could see
Yeah.
that as
Dude,
well.
He's got like Zac Efron's eyes and then the Sprouse brothers like face
The
shape.
Sprouse haircut too. That was
For
a
sure.
big thing as well.
Yeah. So our producers, I don't know who these guys are talking about earlier, but we got the Vince brothers on here.
Well, executive producer.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm mansplaining.
First off is Robert Vince. He's 63 years old, a director, producer, writer, and CEO of Key Pix Productions. He worked on the whole franchise except for Air Bud World Pup, which was the third one for some reason. And he actually directed the fourth Air Bud and the Santa Paws movies. He's done other random things and worked on a lot of other movies, but this is his most interesting in my opinion. And then the other producer on this movie was Robert's brother, William Vince, who worked
I hate that
on
name.
most of the Air Bud and Buddies series, and he wrote and directed Pup Star, which is
Ugh.
its own thing. And then also, he worked on what the fuck? I forgot to write it down, but it was like MVP
Most valuable pup.
Primate.
Oh.
It was a
Oh my
monkey
God.
this time.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie with Matt LeBlanc where the monkey plays baseball? I feel like that's
Joey
I-
from
yes.
fucking
Yeah.
Friends.
Yes.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bad.
It is awful.
I remember my coworker once, we were talking about baseball movies. And he's like, bro, have you seen, I can't remember the name of it. He's like, have you seen this? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's such a good baseball movie. It's like a top
Oh,
3 I've wanted to
shit.
slap a motherfucker moment.
he had to have been trolling.
No. He was being dead ass.
Oh my god.
Because I was like, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. He's like, you got to rewatch it. And I shit you not, like multiple shifts later, he's like, hey, did you rewatch it? No, I didn't. Are you looking up the name of it?
No, I was looking up MVP.
Okay, I got to look up the name of this movie. I've never heard of that Most Valuable Primate series or.
Yeah, I
movie or
hadn't heard of
whatever.
that either. I don't think it's Disney.
No, I doubt it's Disney.
I'm pretty sure
It's fucking Planet of the Apes.
it's
that's
it's
what-
the Air Bud like banner though. Oh, it was literally Robert Vince's. It was from his Key Pix.
Yeah,
or
Robert
Keystone,
Vince,
whatever.
I'm okay with. That's not my favorite name, but it's fine. And William, this is no disrespect to you, full disrespect to your parents. William Vince is one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Damn.
It's pretty bad.
That's terrible.
Vince is a bad last name.
Yeah,
It's gotta be Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
true.
be-
That's one of the only ones that I accept as like a first name. Because a lot of those like last names that switch to first names, like Tanner and Tucker and shit like that, are like my least favorite fucking names. The movie's called Ed, by the way, the Matt LeBlanc monkey baseball movie.
called Ed.
Yeah, let's see if it has a higher rating than this on fucking Rotten Tomato. Oh, this has a 6%.
Shocker.
I don't know if that's a shocker or not. Jim Caviezel's in that shit.
No. It's not Disney, right?
No.
Okay, good. We don't
Bill
have to
Cobbs
watch
is
it.
also in that movie.
Bro.
What the fuck? Bill Cobbs played fucking Art in this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He loves animals playing sports. He's
Dude.
just all about it.
Dude, he's just sold, apparently.
Yeah. We're going to start finding him in so many just animals playing sports type
I hope
movies.
we do.
It's my passion.
He's too good of an actor for that shit, bro.
Yeah. For sure. But, Jordan, this might make you happy. William Vince did die at like 50 years old after a 4-year-long battle with cancer. So...
Damn. I don't wish for death on
Right? Fucking relax. Yeah.
That does make me feel a little bit bad about going in on him for his name.
Yeah.
But at least he's not alive to hear it.
Fair. You're going to get a cease and desist from Robert.
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think they can send me a cease and desist for that.
I'm joking. Our director is Charles Martin Smith.
That name sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. He's 72 years old. He's an actor, film and TV director, and screenwriter whose directorial debut is a horror movie called Trick or Treat, which is not the one.
Treat,
no, not the one that we watched.
which is awful.
And then just a few years later, he did this movie, which is kind of hilarious. The
That is
switch up.
very funny. That's almost as crazy of a switch up as the guy that directed, I think it was Around the World in 80 Days, who did mostly like kung fu movies. And then randomly just did Around the World in 80 Days.
But, it like kind of not really, I guess, maybe checked a box for him.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was for sure Around the World in 80 Days, but whoever it was, it like ruined his shot at having a directorial career in America, which is really sad. This should have ruined his fucking shot, his directorial fucking career.
No, I mean he'd done a lot of stuff before and after this, including his like quote breakout role was in American Graffiti.
Oh,
and he reprised.
directed that?
No,
Oh, he was in it.
He was in it. That's what I'm saying. He acted
Okay.
and performed a lot of shit.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure it's my mom's birthday tomorrow. That just kind of struck me, but sorry, that was out of nowhere. But I didn't see him any other in any other Disney at all. Besides, he was one of the lead characters in Herbie Goes Bananas. Can't wait for that series.
Oh, well, at least we got Don Knotts.
True.
I actually don't know if he's in all of them, but
I'm not
pretty
sure.
sure he's in all of them up until obviously the Lindsay Lohan one.
Right. This one was the 1981, so I feel like he's definitely probably in that one. And then this isn't Disney, but he also directed Dolphin Tale, both of them.
Oh,
So
I remember that.
yeah, I remember that movie. And yeah, he's just done a bunch of shit that I don't really know. For our cast, we have first and foremost Josh Fram. Should have done Buddy first, Loki, now that I think about it, but it's fine. Josh is Kevin Zegers.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Which, every time I found his name listed, it's spelled with an I, but in the cast, like the cast list of this movie, it's spelled just Z-E. Did you notice that?
No, but yeah, I have it just written down as Z-E.
Okay. Maybe it was, I can't remember. It was one way or the other where I saw an I in there for some reason.
Well, I'm still going to call it Zegers either way. He's 41 years old, a Canadian actor that reprised this role in the first 4 movies.
I didn't give them enough credit because I said, so there's no way that Josh, they brought him back for all the other ones. Like they probably just brought back Buddy. And then I'm scrolling through all of them. And did you figure out if it's true or not? If the Andrea girl that eventually it becomes about is the little sister or not?
It is a little sister, but it's not the same actor.
Okay, well, no, I figured that. Yeah,
but yeah,
that
it
makes
is the
sense.
little sister.
Okay, cool. So at least they keep that consistent. That it's the Fram family, the Framley.
For most of it, or for like I don't even know, guys. It literally starts getting quite nutty the further on, but she's like a regular character. His career started when he was 6 years old, and his first role was in a Buena Vista movie, actually, called Life with Mikey, which came out in 1993 and starred Michael J. Fox.
No shit.
Shout out. I didn't see much other Disney, but he has been in a lot and is still currently acting. He, funny enough, starred...
And is still currently handsome.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. And he starred in a movie that low-key traumatized me when I was younger. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, but funny enough, it's called Frozen.
No, I haven't
But
seen
it's
it.
like a scary, maybe not scary, but more like thriller, drama, suspense. It's like these 3 or 4 friends that get stuck on a ski lift for a weekend. No?
Nothing.
Shocked. It's awful because I don't know. I was way too young when I watched the movie, as per usual with most movies, but they're like stuck on this ski lift for an entire weekend, okay? And they are really, really high up from the ground, and there's like wolves down below, and then the wolves leave. So one of the guys like drops from the ski lift, but then both of his legs break, and you see like his shins just bust out of the front of his leg, like and good, like disgusting.
That's one of those that theoretically like sounds like it could be like a really good like claustrophobic type horror thriller type of thing. But there's literally only so much you can fucking do with people stuck on a ski lift.
You kind of go through the whole, like, oh fuck, this is happening, kind of coming to terms with what's going on.
Mhm.
Then you get into like the psychotic break of it. Then you get into like other fucking threats, like, and then you have to finally eventually get to I'm assuming they got down. If not, what a terrible fucking
I'm pretty
movie.
sure I think like one of them survived,
And
maybe
they all
2.
died.
I remember the one that fell and broke his legs. I think he got eaten by the wolves. And then there was one of them that tried to climb like across the thing, but their hands were just getting shredded by the wiry whatever. And
Oh, dude,
just
I'm
disgusting.
always amazed with myself on how fast I would give up. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't take me any time at
So
all.
real.
Dude,
Yeah.
as soon as the wolves showed up, I'm like, well, what the fuck do we do now?
I would just hang out and wait. And that's all you really can do.
Yeah.
No,
All these
no.
bitches doing this
I
extra
dive
shit.
head first.
Oh my God.
I am out of this bitch.
That's hilarious. You just hate being cold that much.
It's one of those things where when you're sitting here and you're not involved in it, you're like, well, obviously I would fight to survive. But I feel like if you're actually in one of those scenarios, you just want it to be over with. You just want to get out of that.
Yeah.
And the quickest way to get out of that is death.
Come here, puppy. They jump on the wall.
you end up actually like you're playing backfires and you end up becoming a part of the pack.
Dude, I've had
I eat one of my friends.
I'm part of the pack. I'm so sorry. So I've had hangovers that have made me just want to die. I can't imagine being stuck on a ski lift.
Yeah. Getting frostbite
Put
and
me
shit.
out of my misery, please.
It might have been longer for a weekend too, because like 3 days to give up that fast is kind of insane. So maybe
I don't think so.
3
Yeah.
3 days could
full
feel like
fucking days
3 months.
sitting on a bench 40 feet in the air.
that would feel
and
like
it's
a
also
long
like
time.
brutally
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
I would probably want to die.
Yeah, there's no sleeping to pass
Well, your
the
body
time.
goes
No.
numb
No,
after
but
a
they,
while.
It does go numb, yeah. And then it starts to die because
Yeah.
you're so cold.
Yep.
Now, we can move off of this movie. We have another movie to talk about, I guess. But
You
Yeah.
was this like, did these kids sneak onto this ski lift?
No, I'm pretty sure it was like the resort was about to close, and they were like, "Oh, let's just go down the hill one more time," or something like that. And then they just turned it off,
Lawsuit.
and everybody left.
Lawsuit.
Yeah,
That's what I know. You
millionaires.
know what? I would stay on there.
Yeah,
and I would
actually,
sue the
'cause they're gonna
fuck
be
out of the ski
rich.
resort.
I'm about to quit
Yeah.
my
This
job.
is my ski resort now.
And then, so moving on with our cast here, we have Norm Snively.
We'll say real quick, let's just be
That's a
thankful.
worse name than William Vince.
But that's not his real
That's
name.
his character
It's
name.
his character name.
Oh.
And I also will say real quick, thank God we didn't get an Air Bud skiing movie.
Oh, God.
Aw.
They're making a new one. That might come at some point.
I think this one's back to basketball.
Yeah, because it's like returns or whatever. But no, Norm Snively is the clown,
Oh, okay.
and that is Michael Jeter.
Derek's brother.
Derek's dad.
Derek's dad.
They do look related, for sure.
Oh shit!
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, they both have white skin.
No, Michael Michael sadly died at 50 years old in
He
2003.
accidentally died.
Nah, it's not
2000 what?
2003.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not that long after this movie came out. Damn,
Yeah.
he was young.
He was an actor known for his diverse characters on stage and screen, and who has multiple awards. No other Disney besides voicing in a couple episodes of random TV shows like the Aladdin series.
Oh, cool.
But his last film released posthumously was Polar Express.
No way. Who'd he voice in that?
Smokey and Steamer.
Oh, the fucking train conductor guys. Oh, no fucking way.
Yeah.
That movie is a fucking masterpiece. Come at me.
Yes, but he sadly battled with AIDS and addiction and was found dead in his home after a seizure.
God, that's
But
so fucking sad. So he was a product of fucking Reagan being a piece of shit then?
Yeah, basically. And yeah, just for being a gay man. And then we have Jackie Fram. She is Wendy McKenna.
Is she your hot mom of the week? I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Finally,
She
Smalltown
was.
has a
She was a
hot mom
baddie.
of the week again. I feel like it's been a while.
It has been a little while.
Solid whistle, also.
Yeah, that was a real
That
solid
was a pretty
whistle.
good whistle. Yeah, no,
It's kind of a sketchy whistler. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Smalltown deserves a round of applause for that. I was gonna say I don't know if our mics are so good that I don't even know if it'll pick up that.
Well, it might pick up the move mix. My hand is holding the microphone.
Skip.
But she is 67 years young, an actress best known for playing Sister Mary in the Sister Act movies, where she actually provided the vocals,
Wow.
which is very cool. And she actually worked with Michael Jeter in that movie. He was like the Reverend or whatever.
No way, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. She was on Broadway, and she hasn't done as much as the other two, but she's still been in a lot of movies and shows. Even though she doesn't reprise her role in any of these movies.
Is she still at it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's there was stuff out recently, but
Damn, they recast the mom?
yeah,
Damn.
immediately. And there was no other Disney that I found, but she has fucking 3 out of the 4 required for Robin Thomas, bro. Just no Criminal Minds or Bones.
Damn it. That's the hardest ones. Those are the hardest ones to
Mhm.
get.
I wrote sad face.
Because I feel so. For those who don't know, the Robin Thomas Award is based off Calabar from Halloween Town. Robin Thomas was in all of the 5 following plus more:
Mhm.
Law and Order, NCIS, Criminal Minds, Bones, and CSI.
Yep.
So if someone can achieve that, which Eddie Cahill is so far the only person to achieve that,
Which is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, out of
damn.
so many
Well,
episodes that we've
she
done.
could still technically do it because I'm pretty sure Criminal Minds still airs.
Yeah.
But Bones has been off the air for
Oh yeah, that
a
one's
while now.
big done.
Yeah, and we're not rewriting this shit. Because I think Robin Thomas was also on Hawaii Five-0, but me and I almost called him Big Small.
Big small town.
Me and Big Small Town.
That
over
small
here.
town's
Big
getting a little
small
bigger.
town is my father.
No, we made a big stink. That's why I'm gonna start calling you that actually.
Please don't. I like small town land.
We made a big fucking stink about Hawaii Five-0 shouldn't count. So we can never backtrack on that shit.
Yeah. Even though it's like, I don't know why it shouldn't count
Because it
if he's
doesn't.
been in it. Okay,
'Cause it
bitch.
fucking
Fuck
doesn't.
you. Moving on.
Please.
Coach Arthur Chaney, or Art, is Bill Cobbs, as has been said already. He died at 90 years old in 2024.
Oh, damn. That's recent.
Mhm.
Damn, man.
But he was an actor who started by selling cars in Cleveland and then moved to New York to pursue acting while working lots of odd jobs to support himself, like driving taxis and shit.
Well, you mentioned Cars. At least he got to see all 3 Cars
Correct.
movies.
He went on to have a long and successful career in film and TV, and he had a brief appearance in The Search for Santa Paws, which is the only other movie in this series
Does
that
he
he
appear
was
as
in.
himself, like as his character
I
that he initially played?
Don't think so.
Okay. But
Yeah.
they probably brought him back like in the spirit of like,
yes.
you were in the first one
Mhm.
type shit.
And then he also appeared in the 2011 Muppets movie, and he was a master tinker in Oz the Great and Powerful, but there was really no other Disney besides that.
I have seen him in multiple things.
Mhm.
I can't think
He's
of
been in
what
a
they
lot.
are, but
And he was on Criminal Minds. So if only he could have gotten Wendy on there, bro.
damn.
But he died of natural causes, never married, with no kids.
At least he got to live a full life.
94 years of peace. That's crazy.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying. I wrote King.
Oh, I know what I'm recognizing him from. He was one of the 3 bad guys in Night at the Museum alongside Mickey Rooney and Dick Van
Yeah.
Dyke.
Oh yeah.
I almost wrote that. Yeah.
Which shout out Dick Van Dyke, Disness Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Old Dickie.
And he was also in Trading Places, which is another good, really fucking good movie. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. He has 101 films.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's done a lot of shit.
Yeah. R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bill Cobbs.
And then we have the lovely Buddy. Oh, Buddy. His actual real life name was Buddy, and he was a golden retriever dog actor.
I was so sad about his story, man.
I know. But he lived for almost 10 years and died in 1998. So, Jordan, maybe you're the reincarnated Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy died 1998. Jordan Bass, born 1998. Welcome back, Buddy.
Yeah. Just a few months
And
later.
I thought he died in 97.
You were the only person born in 1998.
That's true. There
Yeah.
was no one else born in 1988.
It's on record.
Damn right.
I have that he died in 1998.
Okay.
But he was found as a stray by a guy named Kevin, who we were talking about earlier. Dichicho or Kichikao.
DiCiccio, maybe?
Dichicho?
I'm gonna assume. I'm just gonna go on a limb here.
Dichicho?
It's an Italian name.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys are both saying it very well.
DiCiccio.
Dichicho.
The cooch. I'm going to guess it's DiCiccio, right? Diccio, I'm pretty sure, right? Am I spelling that right?
I think there's another C in there.
3 C's?
DiCiccio.
I think there's at least 3 C's.
Why is that significant to you?
I was just thinking, like 3 C's in a row would just be so weird. 'Cause there's no,
It's like thick with 3 C's. Bill Cobbs
Yeah,
is thick.
it's
with 3
DiCiccio.
C's. DiCiccio?
It's DICCO.
Oh, so there's. I thought it was IO. Okay, so DiCiccio.
Dichicho.
Dichicha.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Something like that. I don't know. Well, you guys were saying it first. You got better as you started saying it more.
Oh,
You
because
were
I'm worse?
Italian
Fuck
motherfucker.
you. That's why
I got
didn't write down his
marinara running
last
through my
name.
veins.
But Kevin D took Buddy in and trained him to play all kinds of sports, fucking like all the sports. But Buddy's favorite was basketball. He actually played and actually made those shots. Albeit it took quite a few takes to get them, but he did it. And he even
Boy.
still played after getting cancer and having to get his right hind leg amputated.
This shouldn't make me want to cry.
Oh,
He still played
the
basketball.
same year this movie came out, he got his leg amputated.
Yeah.
That's just love of the game
season
stuff
ending.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's love of the
damn
game.
right.
Yeah.
He fathered 9 puppies and passed away peacefully in his sleep. He was also on the David Letterman show, and this movie was actually inspired by Buddy because of his feature on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Was this back when
And-
Bob Saget was hosting?
I don't
Or was
fucking know.
Bob Saget host? Bob Saget probably wouldn't have been hosting yet. When did he start?
We're talking about 97. Full House was
Okay,
already
yeah, well,
full
yeah.
swing.
Yeah,
Like,
okay. He would have been hosting by that point for
Or
sure.
he might not even hosting anymore.
No, well, Bob Saget's dead.
We're not talking about right now.
Oh.
No, 97. Like,
No, I know.
Full House was so big at that point.
Oh, Bob Saget, I'm pretty sure hosted that into the 2000s.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
And I think Alfonso Ribeiro does it now, funny enough.
Yeah, pretty sure he does. But speaking of Full House, Buddy actually played Comet.
Yeah, for one episode, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, I thought that was, I was like, I never thought about that before, but I was like, oh, they probably did just have a bunch of dogs play Comet. Because
Yeah.
Comet wasn't necessarily like he
I
wasn't
think
in
wasn't
every
he
scene.
the first one to play Comet though?
I don't know. I didn't read that. I just saw one episode as Comet, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I can't remember if he was the first one or not, but at least hey.
So he was in Full House before he was there, Bud?
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, that's Buddy. Love him. We'll talk a little bit more about him in a minute. But next we have Larry. Larry is Brendan Fletcher, 44 years old, an actor known for playing troubled, eccentric, or unhinged characters.
Clearly, he's really good at it.
Yeah.
He's just got the face for it.
Yeah. That,
You ever want to slap a kid before? I
Yes.
haven't until now.
Not.
Oh, yeah, every
That's
day.
crazy.
No, okay, I have.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
He's won multiple awards, though, and he's done a lot of stuff, including the movie Violent Night, which I included because
That's the Santa one?
Yes.
That just came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, with David Harbour.
Uh-huh.
And
plays
he
Santa.
played Krampus.
Oh, okay.
So, like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool that he's, like, still getting high-profile work.
Yes. And he's done a lot of other fun
What's funny about
roles.
Krampus, that's high profile.
It was a theatrical release. I'm pretty sure it was
That's true.
main-
I'm
It's
pretty sure it
true.
was commercially
main
successful.
role,
Yeah,
so-
I did love Krampus.
Well,
but,
we're talking
you know.
about Violent Night specifically.
Yeah.
Oh,
he played
okay.
Krampus
That's the one
in
where
Violent Night.
David
Gotcha,
Harbour
gotcha.
plays Santa, right?
Yeah, and he goes on like a killing spree for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen the shit.
Remember
I prefer
just
my
dressed
Christmas
as
shit to be
Santa?
wholesome.
But he is still acting as of 2025. And
Well,
then for
It's 2026, so is he
This
done
is
acting
true.
now?
This-
well, sometimes things can take
He
a couple
retired.
of years in production, so you never know. Our other characters didn't get bios because they didn't have big enough roles, but Judge Cranfield is Eric Christmas.
Yeah, I feel like
Last
I've
name's
heard that name before. I
Christmas,
thought he
yeah.
also looked familiar.
Yeah, he's been in some stuff.
I would
Buck
think.
is Larry's dad is Norman Browning.
I hated that guy.
Joe Barker, the evil coach, is, to me, this is very ironic. His name is Stephen E. Miller.
I've heard that name too.
And then Tom Stewart, Josh's friend and teammate, is Shane Solberg. And he's actually the only other actor in this entire movie to reprise his role as his character and was also in the first 4 films.
Wow, the first
He's the one with the
4
bad
is
haircut?
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad haircut and always had the gross shit in his
The
socks.
weird
Fruit in the socks.
Yeah.
Just stalking
Chew
basketball
bubblegum.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Deadass.
Hey man, I'd stock Scottie Pippen too.
Dude, and Dennis Rodman, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp?
I'd go through
Sean
the trash.
Sean Kemp ain't no Scottie Pippen.
No, Sean Kemp ain't no Scottie Pippen. It's
Dude,
true.
Michael Jordan would be nothing without Scottie Pippen.
Damn
I said
right.
it.
Damn right. You said what you said.
I said what I said.
You
And
stand
you
on
said it.
that.
You stand on that.
You dunk on that. Buddy also starred in one other movie called Fluke, which is not a Disney movie. And then this is kind of like, these are my fun facts now, by the way. This is kind of gross, but Buddy's owner, that Kevin DeCaca guy, saved multiple vials of Buddy's semen, 11 to be exact,
So yeah, it's
Oh.
like a fucking
and produced
horse.
3
like a,
litters,
yeah.
3 like post-mortem.
He's like, I need to make
litters.
more money off dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a racehorse. Like you make. I'm sure he could have sold that semen too, and it would have been fucking.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's
Sure he
one
did.
vial or something like that, like kept in like some type of museum or something.
Just a vial of cum.
Imagine kids taking a field trip there.
It might not be a museum, but like a historical. I don't
Any
know.
of you
It's
seen
kept
Air Bud?
somewhere.
This is his semen.
Kevin DiCiccio jerked him off into this vial.
Before the opening scene.
Yeah, I don't even
It
want
was
to know
live
how
on
he
set.
got that
Yeah.
semen.
I don't know.
Medically, hopefully.
Medically, well, medical milking.
Moving on, the director
Let's talk
Charles.
more about medical milk.
No. Charles Martin Smith initially turned this movie down because he thought that it was too silly because he was in the process of directing like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, but this one's too
Whatever.
silly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then it took a couple years, but he finally agreed when they let him turn it, quote, from a gimmick movie to an honest story of a boy and his dog with no CGI and nothing fake.
What's so funny?
That's a direct quote. No gimmick. Just serious.
This was a very serious movie.
Yeah.
It was.
But
They
that really
tried.
makes me wonder, like, oh God, what the fuck was it before then? Because they had to like completely
The dog
rewrite
could
it.
fucking dribble and shit, probably.
Low-key, yeah.
Talking dog?
Yeah.
It's like standing up on its back legs, like doing like between the legs.
I
Good
did
job.
appreciate though the fact that he was like no CGI because I did notice that while watching the movie that there was no CGI or whatever used. Buddy had 2 stunt doubles. Buddy accomplished going from Josh's window. So you remember that scene where he came out of the window and walked across and then jumped on the lattice and then the car and then went to get the newspaper. He did all of that in one take on the first take. Round of applause for my man.
Professional.
That's a motherfucking professional right there. And the literal entire production crew like cheered because they were so proud of him. And then lastly, Charles got Buddy to follow Kevin/Josh by hiding. He would like show Buddy a tennis ball and then hide it in Kevin's jacket. And that was how they got Buddy to follow. Because all Buddy loved and cared about was balls. Tennis balls, basketballs, regular balls.
Yeah, me too.
Buddy just loved balls, guys. There's actually an entire
That's so
interview
cute.
with the director, Charles Martin Smith, on the interwebs. If you guys want to read it, there were some fun things in there. And that is all I have for you, folks. Let's see what old George could
I
scrounge up.
fucking
Not
love. I love when dogs do a good job and they don't even know they did a good job.
That was what. That's
Yeah.
literally what he was saying in the. Oh my god, I love that.
And
he
they're
said that
looking
in the
around like, what
interview.
are we cheering
Yeah,
about?
it was happy.
Yes,
I'm happy too.
because it took them. He didn't actually like make a basket until it was like the halftime show in the movie. You know, when he for the first time in the movie as well. But it took 19 takes for him to actually get it, and then from there he had like figured it out. And also Kevin, the kid actor, had to figure out how to throw it to him correctly for him to be able to bounce it in the right way. But every time he actually made a basket, he didn't react. It was just like all he wanted to do was hit the ball and play with the ball. He was just
the end
having
result
fun.
doesn't. He don't give a fuck about the end
Yes.
result. Yeah.
But he would be like so pumped up because he would get, the director said he was heavily rewarded every time he made a basket, and
As
everybody
he
would like
should
freak
be.
out. Yeah.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
But he said it's like a direct quote that Buddy had no idea what was going on. Like, he got paid.
They
to
don't
play
know the
with his
concept
favorite
of
balls all day.
movies.
No, that's just like such like golden retriever. Like that's their
Mm-hmm.
just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my shit. Like Jordan, Jake. Like Jake is literally a golden retriever.
Yeah,
Like he's just happy to be there.
That's
He's
a
never in
good
a
point.
bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Well, that's like
fucking
a
happy to
thing,
be
like golden retriever boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, Jake is my golden retriever boyfriend.
We know, small town.
I didn't get much on this. Kaylee kind of covered a little bit of what I had found in my research about how this film was directly inspired by Buddy the dog and his real life trained abilities. But the premise was also allegedly inspired by a real life court case. I feel like you guys might know about this or
I did
heard
see
about
something
this.
about that, yeah.
Where it was argued that nowhere in the rules of basketball does it state that a dog can't play. And I believe that had to do with like a dog running on the court and interrupting play or something like that. And then, this was a thing where Buddy's owner had approached the independent production company Keystone Entertainment that we already talked about to produce Air Bud, and then Disney distributed it after that. And then he also apparently, Kevin DiCiccio, also formed his own production company called Air Bud Productions.
Yes, and that is what that like. What the fuck? Whatever. What like the Super Pup or whatever?
Yeah, that's what that's from.
That,
okay.
yeah.
MVP?
No.
Oh.
Yes. No. Yes.
And
No.
then the only other thing I had, because there were no video games and no theme park presence that I could find, was there's been a fair amount of merchandise for this film and just Air Bud in general over the years, but some are specifically tied to the sequels and not the initial film, so I won't talk about all of that today. I will say that there are officially licensed Buddy plushes out there, which are really cute, and I also found an Air Bud themed zip-up bag that like looks like a basketball, and that was pretty neat. It was pretty rare and hard to come by and not cheap, but I was like, that's a fun, different piece of merch. It looks like it could be like a lunch bag or something like that.
Okay. Or just actually hold a basketball.
And then it has the graphic of, and because it does open up at the bottom too. It opens up on the top, and maybe it is meant for carrying a basketball. I don't know why you would need a bag for that.
To
Just
protect it.
carry it.
So it only gets scuffed up during the game.
All right. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
They got bowling ball bags.
This is true. but I feel like a bowling ball would be significantly harder to carry.
Yeah, a little harder to carry. It's a 12-pound ball.
You just got tucked in your fucking arm.
So y'all are weak. That's what you're trying to say.
Smalltown, we should have done that shit in high school.
What?
All the guys that were walking around with basketballs, like Corbin Blue, we were just walking around with bowling balls.
That's low key a flex.
Bro,
A flex
I'm so
and a
tired.
threat.
My arm is so tired.
Oh,
So
just one
heavy.
of your arms are
It's just
super
huge,
jacked.
yeah.
But it's not for the reasons everybody would typically think.
Fuck is me dribbling and shit like in the gym or whatever with their basketball. We were just like throwing bowling balls down the
Just
court.
down the hall. Just breaking kids' ankles, just throwing this thing down the hall.
Oh,
Well, folks, we will be back after the break to talk about the film, and we're going to get into our report cards and our overall ratings, as well as my favorite segment, Pimp of the Week. Are y'all ready for some meat and potatoes?
Meat and potatoes.
I'm hungry.
The important question is, are we ready for dessert? Are we thinking like banana cream pie? Does that sound good?
Or
Small
some
town, you
vanilla
getting
pudding?
jiggy with that.
I don't mind some banana cream pie.
All right, yeah.
I like key lime pie better.
Key lime pie's
Mm.
gas. Let's make some key lime banana cream pie.
That sounds
No.
terrible.
Sounds like the worst.
Yeah, honestly, you just throw some dessert in front of me, I'm down. It could be anything. Just like, I'm in.
Well, would you have tried the Baja Blast pie?
Oh, I would have tried it. Yeah. I,
think it
don't
was
know if
just
I would have
like
liked
lime
it, but I would have
flavor.
tried it.
The only reason I didn't try it is because it was super fucking tiny and like $20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe not then. Like if somebody would have bought it for me, then like
That's-
yeah,
For sure.
like yeah, I'd try it.
That's like a thing for me with anything. Like if someone else is buying it,
Right.
yeah.
You did
Right.
try the gelato though, didn't you?
I did try the Baja Blast gelato. It was fire.
Yeah.
It took
But
me
those also came in tiny containers.
It took me forever to even buy those like Dubai chocolates that you get at the gas station. That
Are
just,
they
like,
good?
Dude,
Oh,
they
they're
are
fire.
fucking gas.
Yeah,
And
they're
I don't
so
like
fucking
chocolate.
good,
Like,
dude.
I'm not
Literally,
a chocolate guy
I
at all.
wanted to try
I
it so
haven't tried them
bad.
specifically because it pisses me off that everyone does it now.
Jordan
Yeah.
hates trends and fads.
I do
I'm the
hate
same
trends.
way. Malia has a bag of them at the house. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I've had one.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to the cheap gas stations, like the shitty gas station, you can at least get one for like a couple bucks to at least try
Yeah.
it.
Did you
The
try
one
it
right
right
by
by
our
work?
job?
Has it? Yeah,
Mhm.
is that where you tried it at?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Okay.
pistachio or something
Yeah.
like that is in it.
Yeah, because I didn't
Yes,
want
yes,
to.
I
I didn't
knew
want to
that.
buy a $20 chocolate bar and just be like, I don't like this.
Right.
Like this is garbage.
Real.
But try the cheap form
I do
of
gotta
it.
try the cheap
Yes.
one. I did try from Baskin Robbins. They had a Dubai shake.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
was
Oh.
pretty good.
You
That was
did
pretty
try
fucking
that.
good.
Sophie's
liked
eating
that.
up all the pets. Well, we're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get back to petting Sophie some more, our own personal Airbud. And make sure and join us after the break, folks.
Smalltown, that was a great story about your polyester socks.
His
My best polyester sock.
socks,
And I
bro.
still haven't heard it.
And you
Dude.
won't.
Apparently, I'm like,
That's
cursed
it.
to
Everybody
not-
else has heard it.
Dude,
Dude, it
I
was a great
dream
story.
about those best polyester socks. You gotta.
Man, I'm kind of
Get your
pissed.
shit together,
I'm fucking
bro.
poly for life, dude. You know that.
Welcome back to the Disness. I recently put out the Moana episode where Big Green welcomes us back for the second half of the show, and I didn't realize until I introduced Big Green that was Big Green. I thought it was myself.
Really?
I was like, "Whoa!" Now
That's funny.
now I can see it because I typically like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you look like your dad," and I'm like, "I guess," but like, damn. That's crazy to me because a lot of
Mhm.
people do say like we sound similar.
Mhm.
He has a little bit more of that like weird like country twang for no reason. even
Yeah.
though it's literally
he
from
does.
here.
He does.
He's blue collar, dude. Just comes with it.
This is true.
It's true. He
This
is blue
is
collar
very true.
union.
Like, give me like 10 years, I'll be like that too, dude. I'll just go full
Shit.
country.
Damn right.
Start having a mullet.
No, please.
Yeah, I like the idea that my dad had a completely normal voice until 10 years into working at Ford.
That's like my aunt that moved to New York for like a year
Oh,
and just
no.
has had a New York accent the rest of her life.
That reminds me of
way.
it's late.
It's actually nuts.
Oh my.
It reminds me of late
It is
series
wild.
Friends where what's that? Jennifer Coolidge makes a guest appearance and she's like one of the former neighbors of Monica and Phoebe, and she went to like somewhere in the UK for years and she comes back with a British accent and Monica and Phoebe are like spend the whole episode so fucking confused and don't know how to confront this. And it's so funny because it's Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay,
You don't
well that
remember
makes it
that?
a little better. That's years.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that. No.
It's like this is like probably last season.
See, I don't. I remember Jennifer Coolidge being in the in Friends?
She was only in that one episode.
No, okay.
They like talked about like she was an old neighbor, but it
You talk to my stepdad about this, he could tell you what happened the entire episode.
No kidding?
He loves Friends.
I will
loves
keep
it.
that in mind for next time I see your stepdad.
Dude, he loves Friends. I like Friends too, but like that motherfucker, he owns all 10 seasons on DVD.
Does he have the Lego set?
No, because he's a grown man.
Okay, well, that's bullshit.
Build
That's
Legos.
bullshit, yeah. They make
Legos is actually
the
more
fuck?
of an adult activity now than kid.
You should talk to my stepdad, then ask him if he has Legos.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna spend that whole conversation, have a really good conversation with your stepdad about
will.
Friends, and then be like, "Do you have the Lego set?
It's
You wanna build it with me?"
of their apartment. It has the
They
purple
have
door
one
and
of
everything.
The apartment and a central perk,
Yes.
but they're both out of print commission. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it.
Out of stock.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
laugh my fucking ass off if the next time I'm in their house, I see that he does indeed have the Lego set.
You
Look,
have to take a picture for us.
Then
Just
in
send it no
solidarity, you will
context.
have to build your own Lego set to eat your words.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
I'll die on that hill. I ain't building no Lego
He
set.
probably bought the Lego set like when it was released.
Honestly,
He probably fucking
pre-order.
did.
Yeah.
You know, it would be really cool, an Airbud Lego set. Am I right?
Ooh.
I'd be in.
We're talking about Airbud. Yes, folks, I am Jordan Bass. Thank you for sticking with us during that break. And as always, I'm still joined by my co-host. First up, we got the Lord of Lasagna. It's Smalltown Dalton Endicott. Smalltown
Hey,
used
Lord is lasagna.
What the fuck was that?
I'm the Lord of lasagna.
You added like a Z there.
Well, I'm hammered.
Also still joining us, there's no love like the dog love, and she's got her dog love. It's Kaylee Foot.
And I love dogs.
Go listen to Dog Love by DMX. And
Sophie,
also
are
still
you?
joining us, our special
You
guest this
misheard.
week, the science man himself, Keegan Keke Tyner. Can I put
Ruff,
you, for this week, can I put featuring Keke Tyner?
Absolutely.
Fuck yes.
Absolutely. That's pretty much my name with you now. So, I mean,
this is true. But CC, I only call him specifically CC. You can go back to listen to CC on the Old Dogs and Tarzan
Cece and
episodes.
Kiki.
CC and Kiki. He told me specifically, please do not put me as just strictly featuring CC Perez. He wanted to be Alex Perez, but I got out of that by putting Alex parentheses CC Perez.
You already know.
there you go.
Or not parentheses,
Because-
quotations.
Then if, people were like regular listeners to the show, they would
They'd
not
be
know
like,
who the
"Who's
fuck
Alex?"
Alex Perez is. That man is CC.
Oh man, I love that motherfucker.
And now
We'll
we
be
have
having him back on
Kiki.
soon. But thank you for being here, Keegan.
You're very welcome. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, it's an honor to
It's
have
been a
you.
fun.
Yeah.
This has been
Thanks
fun.
for showing up.
Dude,
you know?
yeah, I know.
Dude,
I know,
for
dude.
real.
Yeah, it was a really
was worried
long
you weren't
trip
gonna
down the
make it.
stairs.
You're like halfway down the stairs, and we're like, okay, we're starting, Keegan. You're like, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, it's like, guys,
Guys,
it's-
I'm gonna be late.
Those 5 steps look really daunting, honestly.
You just sprint right past us and go to your little workshop in the garage. It's like, sorry, I can't hear you. Boing!
Can we get one of those like handy things they make for handicapped people? It's like the
Like the stair
seat.
things?
Yeah, the seat that like goes down the stairs.
Yes.
Dude, I would say I love that, but I've gone into so many houses for my job of like trying to get down the stairs with those things. And it just annoys me every time. I know they need them, but I'm just like, God damn it.
They're just too slow for you. You're riding in. You're like, damn. This
No,
needs to
I'm
be
trying to
fast.
like fit me and my tool bag down the stairs. I'm just like, damn.
Okay,
It'd be
well, you
so
know what
fu-
you do? You take your tool bag, you put it in the seat, you send the tool bag down first. and
That's
then you just
true.
follow
That's
down.
a really good idea. Instead of,
Problem solving.
He would
fuck
beat
right
it
there.
by 15
yeah, I was
seconds.
gonna say, it's instead of carrying it, I just like put it in the seat. I just like wait down the stairs for it. Just like, all right.
Hey,
It'd be so fucking funny if it pissed you off so much that you're like, all right, I'm teaching you how to walk again.
and it's just a 3-week compilation of physical therapy.
Well, we're talking about Airbud this week, y'all. As you clearly excited as we are to talk about it, you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will give as you guys know, or maybe you don't because this might be your first episode, but besides Smalltown, we tend to like give it our best, our best shot at like, okay, what's some good stuff here? You know, like it's very few and far between that we just all around the board And that sounded wrong. Small Town isn't the type of person that's gonna be like, okay, I hated all this, but there was this thing I liked. Like the things that you hate outweigh anything that could have been something that you kind of liked. Am I right about that? Is that a good way of saying that?
Oh yeah. The whole dynamic of this show is that I would not watch any of these movies if I wasn't doing this with you.
Aww.
I feel like there's a couple that would have, like, obviously Frozen 2 and stuff like
Yeah, my
that.
kids watch them.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have kids, you wouldn't watch that shit. But okay, so I guess we never really talked about this with you, Keegan, before we get into the movie. Do you consider yourself, like, obviously I don't think you're like a Disney fan, like, specifically, but do you consider yourself like a big fan of like a lot of Disney movies or Disney shows or anything like that?
So not really the shows. Like I was more of a Nickelodeon and like Cartoon Network as far as like shows
We were
growing
talking
up.
about
I do remember you saying that.
Obviously, you know, I watched a lot of Disney movies like growing up as a kid. So there's a lot that I love. But I wouldn't say that I'm like I love Disney. I'm gonna go out of my way to watch Disney stuff. I love, you know, Star Wars. That's wasn't really Disney until like later, but
Right.
And they were the worst ones.
yeah, for sure. The shows were good, but in my opinion, but
The like live action shows.
yeah. But like honestly, like I don't think I've like actually stayed up to date on a Disney movie since like, I mean, maybe like 2008.
I was gonna. Whoa.
You know, like
I was
I've
gonna say,
seen like
when was the last one you
Bolt,
think you've seen in
Bolt
theater?
came out in 2008. Would you have seen Bolt?
No, I wouldn't. Well, the last one I saw in theaters was the
Mufasa.
Mufasa. That was the last one I've seen in theaters.
Right.
But I mean, to be honest, I don't even know if I've seen like any Disney movie in theaters.
I'm trying to think of throughout
Damn.
the 2000s.
Like, I think all of them were like VHS.
I'm not going to name all of them,
That's
but like,
crazy.
okay, so like we can probably cut you off around 2008 unless you saw Princess and the Frog. Do you remember that at all?
Nope.
Okay, so we can probably cut you off in the late 2000s. So let's go back, like Meet the Robinsons. Did you see that?
Nope.
Chicken Little.
I've seen Chicken Little.
Cars.
I've seen Cars.
Home on the Range.
I have seen Home on the Range. I don't remember that one.
Okay, so we're getting into a time. So basically, you probably checked out about the mid-ish 2000s.
About,
Mhm.
yeah.
Did you see Brother Bear?
Oh, yeah. I've definitely seen Brother Bear.
My
Yeah,
man.
Brother
Yeah.
Bear I loved Brother Bear.
Brother
Me and him
Bear.
are probably pretty similar in like,
When you checked out.
yeah.
Because
And
you
now
saw
I watch
Chicken
them
Little,
because
but
of
I
my kids.
don't think. Did you see like Meet the Robinsons or Bolt or Princess?
I've
and the
seen
Frog?
them.
Okay, but did you
Yeah.
watch them when they came out?
I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, folks, let's get right into this movie. We start off with this failure of a clown pulling up to perform at a child's birthday party, and he threatens his dog. He also very clearly hasn't even attempted to practice any of these tricks.
No.
This man ain't getting paid.
Is he supposed to be drunk already? Like, was
I guess he
supposed to be
could have
him
been.
acting drunk.
They didn't specifically like.
I don't know
show-
how obvious they would have wanted to make it, but
True.
at the same time,
Because even
like,
then, like the beer cans in the window, like arguably is subtle. Like obviously, it's not subtle for adults. They can very clearly be.
Right.
But for a child, their mind's not gonna automatically go to that's a bunch of beer cans. This is a joke that he's turning down this beer commercial because there's a bunch of beer cans. in the window.
Mhm.
Like the kid's not gonna make that connection.
no.
But
Well, so like the one scene, I don't know if we're there yet or not, but like the one scene that bothered me from that whole opening scene was when he was at that kid's birthday party and like the dog hits the ball back at his head and then like for some reason he decides to like jump over the chairs
Yeah.
instead of just running in the clear
And sit
pathway that was
in
right
the
next to
chair.
the table.
also him
And I was just
diving
like-
directly onto the table with the cake.
yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, because he just like decided to jump over the chairs and he just tripped and
You
fell.
could
And
have
it's
just
like,
ran around it.
yeah, it's like, dude, there was a clear path right there. I saw.
Well, I was a bit confused because like he throws the ball and then he hits it back at him, and then everybody in the house began to scream. But the dog pulled out a gun and shot him.
Yes.
Or like it's a bear that got loose. Like he was
Yes.
doing cute tricks with a bear, and then like it's a golden
Right.
retriever.
Yeah. Dude, as a kid, I would have found that hilarious.
Yeah.
If I saw
For
a dog just
sure.
bounce the ball back at the clown's head, I'd be like, yo, that's funny.
I did like the gag of him choking on the stick that he was spinning the plates on. That was kind of funny. And then, yeah, the clown finally includes his dog in his god-awful performance. And it's going really well until, like, the chaos that we were just talking about ensues. And
Yeah.
the idiot clown thought it'd be a good idea to dive directly onto the cake. And he's got the nerve to ask for references. This guy, am I right? Come on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He says he's sending his dog to the pound. And he crashes out pretty hard. He drives his truck to the pound with the tailgate down, which I was like, oh, poor buddy.
Oh,
So sad.
I wanted to fight that guy.
He's just bouncing
was so
around
mad.
in there. That made me so sad. He ends up flying off the truck. Lands pretty well, though, in the middle of the road. Eventually, our poor boy barely avoids getting absolutely smacked by the car of Jackie Graham.
But first by a semi.
Fram. Sorry, my phone autocorrected. You were saying?
First by a semi.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of crazy that she saw that was her moving truck. I don't know if you noticed that, but that was the moving truck in front of her.
No, I didn't
and it
process that.
swerved right out of the way. So what was she looking at that she didn't see a massive semi truck swerve completely into the other lane around?
Couldn't have been her phone. It was 97.
Yeah.
Her beeper.
She must have been just.
I loved her just
75
hitting
miles
it
per hour.
also again when she drove off. She hit it again.
Right. No,
Like
she
she
didn't throw it in
stopped,
reverse at all.
almost hit it, and then she went to go turn around and just also hit the crate.
It's a good thing he was already out of that thing.
Yeah, she's just like, fuck that crate.
Well, she's the mother of our lead character, Josh, and Josh notices the dog but doesn't say jack shit. He just stares at
Just
him.
stares at it. Yeah, that was weird.
It was, yeah.
Very weird.
But also weird that there was a dog crate and you didn't go, oh, fuck, is there a dog?
Yeah, she's just like, that's
No,
a box.
literally. She couldn't tell what it was, even though it was very obviously not just a box.
There was very clearly air holes in that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's like at the very least, like, okay, maybe she did think it was just an empty kennel, but then like, why did the kid not say, hey, there was a dog in there?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of your car and move it.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Because his dad died. He's sad.
True. And when your dad dies, you go mute. That's just a thing in
that's
Disney
just
movies.
a thing. So the Fram family arrives at their new home. Josh is none too pleased with this gorgeous and massive house. That ungrateful.
I literally
shit.
was, when they pulled up to that, I was like, they bought that house for $120,000.
Literally.
They
In
bought- they bought a house
1997,
for
that house is $500,000.
Dude, she
now.
works at a napkin factory. She affords that. Like, okay.
She probably got dad's life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Just thought about that because I was like, ain't no way a single mom, even in the 90s, could
That's a
afford
good
house
fucking.
like that.
Everybody needs napkins.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And
You're
she
not-
sounded
and-
like
What's she
she
doing
was
in the
like,
factory?
Well, yeah,
high
you're
up on
not
totem
on the
pole there.
phone if you're the one folding the napkins.
Right. Well, it turns out Josh is actually a sad boy because his dad died, and for some reason he has the newspaper article announcing his dad's death framed. That don't seem like something you get framed. I immediately clocked that as like, why did you frame that?
Literally anything else.
It's not a memorial for his dad or something. It's just announcing that his dad died.
Yeah.
Like, why did he frame that?
Hanging that on the wall so I can see it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, also, I guess so he'd always have the story of how he died,
You
right?
can keep the newspaper article. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but framing
also-
it?
Yeah.
You remember.
Yeah, you're not going to
Like, fuck,
forget.
how did dad die?
Meanwhile, the poor doggy is sad and dirty and lonely off on his own in the woods. It's time for Josh to get enrolled at his new school, and his mom says loudly enough for him to hear that he doesn't make new friends easily. Great thing to say really loud.
She was just screaming the whole time. There's no walls in that principal's office.
We also learn that the reason he's borderline mute is because of the trauma surrounding his deceased father. We also learn that they moved up here because this is where his mom grew up. Some
Mhm.
little lore here. Josh notices a basketball sign-up sheet, and he's about to sign up before the bell rings and all the kids start running out. So they put my boy in motherfucking band where he got no clue how to play the trombone.
Mm-hmm.
And he happens upon this abandoned basketball court, and it's too bad he's just not very good at basketball. The
But
ball
Keegan and I
bounces
were
into the
talking.
trees.
Sorry.
He didn't make any shots the whole time.
And then
Bro,
switched
Go
up.
grab
got
the
him after a
trombone
week
and
of
practice because this is not.
It's like, I get that you love basketball, but dude, there might be something else out there for you.
What'd you and Keegan notice?
We were talking about how that would be sick as fuck to just find an abandoned
that
little
was a
basketball
cool
court,
basketball court.
like your own
No, I said
private
the
little
same
spot.
thing to Kaylee when we were watching this last night. I was like, if I happened upon that, I would also renovate it.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that did bother me though was whenever he revealed the fence and there was just that beautiful lake and the mountain scenery in the background. It's like, especially when the camera was like back, it was like, dude, you can clearly see that there's like mountains and like
Yeah.
something back there.
Wait.
It's like,
What the fuck?
like, whoa, dude. It's like, dude, there's no way you missed that.
They played that up as such a big, like, dramatic, beautiful, crazy moment. It
Yeah.
was just like, oh, cool view.
Yeah, they also barely even touched on it. Like,
No, it was
they
never a
it.
thing again.
That was the
they
only
made it
time they
seem like it was
touched
gonna
on
be
it.
like an important part of the movie. It's like, oh no, it's a really cool.
They
scene.
did it
That's
like
really
it was
Ah,
like the
mountain.
reveal to the
Nice.
kids finding out about Narnia.
Yes.
Well, dude, like they did it like he was gonna fall in it and almost drown, and Bud was gonna help him out. Buddy, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
Like, can you
Bud.
nickname him Bud from now
Bud.
on?
Yeah.
Or
I
is
mean,
maybe
he is Air Bud.
or maybe Bud comes out of the lake and he's just like, I'm here to play basketball.
Oh my god. He's like a
walking
sea
on his hind
monster.
legs.
That's what the original fucking script was.
Dude. And Josh was just terrified of him the whole time until he found out he could play basketball. And he's like, oh, this guy's all right.
He's giving Josh pudding cups, or not, whatever the fuck his name is.
Josh.
Well, the ball bounces into the trees before being tossed back by what is like weirdly positioned as like an alien creature or some shit. Why did they do this? They prolonged it. Like treating it like it's like potentially a monster. Like this is like
Yeah.
an ET situation, and it's a golden retriever.
IP.
And then he finds a piece of fabric and he brings it home. I wouldn't immediately think this is associated with whatever threw the ball back. It was just a piece of fabric.
I was like, ew, it's dirty.
But then he becomes weirdly like obsessed with it and infatuated with it. He's like staring at it in bed.
He's like stroking it.
and then
and
his
shit.
mom comes in and he like stuffs it under the pillow. It's like he
like
got
a
caught
Playboy?
masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was exactly what I thought too. He was like he actually just had porn. He was just like, oh shit, I gotta put this away.
It's a piece of fabric.
Polka dot.
Mama, it's not what you think it is. Is that a goddamn handkerchief?
You know I don't let shit with dots come in this house. Jackie asks her son how his first day was, and the boy speaks. By God, he speaks.
I think that was the first time.
it was. Jackie tries to give Josh some words of encouragement about how his dad wouldn't have wanted him to mope around all the time, and I get like the intention there, but that's like one of the worst things you could possibly say to your kid.
Yeah, she really handled it kind of poorly.
I will say though, I think that they did. It was probably the best part of the movie was like she came off like a real mom would in that
Yes.
situation, like where like
Mhm.
she was trying to have the answers, but like didn't have.
Yeah,
them.
you don't have the right.
and
thing
like
to
the
say.
the giving
That's
up and
fair.
just like kissing him, like I love you. Like you just like I thought they did a good job with her. Like she did a good job in the movie.
I agree. Yeah, and I have some praise for her later on as well. She leaves, so Josh is like, finally some privacy for me to stare at this piece of fabric again. Josh shows up for basketball tryouts, and some ugly kids make fun of him. Josh doesn't even try to touch the court. He just sits there the whole time.
Doesn't move.
And the coach ends up offering him a position as the manager. Well, not so much offers as much as he basically tells him he's going to be the manager.
Yeah, which is like, was he only offered the position just because you just happened to be there?
I
For
don't
sure.
know. It's
He
like
just-
because
For
it's been so
sure.
long since I saw it. So like when he did that, I was like, okay, so the coach is like a good.
I thought that
dude.
was cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Mhm.
trying to include.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
I thought I was going to end up liking him, but
yeah, it turns out he was a piece of shit.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
Keegan
like,
said
oh,
he was a
fuck
pip
that
contender
guy.
at first.
He was. I had him written down. I'm like, this guy might be it. Because I wanted to like write him down, just in case there's a lot of characters to remember.
So
You're like,
funny
"Oh,
too,
God."
because I didn't even like get any like really bad vibe. Like he was kind of a dick at certain times.
Yeah.
Like especially with when he shows up to the private tryouts later. Like I didn't really get any like really awful vibes about him literally until that part.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Or like
but-
the game whenever he's getting on to the kid about it.
Yeah, and honestly, he just seemed like a hard-nosed coach at first. Like I know it's
Yeah.
like, it's fucking kids basketball. Like
Yeah.
maybe he shouldn't be that hard-nosed, but it's like, dude, he's a very like no participation trophies around here. We're here to win.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Also, the coach refers to the
Up
janitor
until-
by name, which immediately told me this guy is going to matter to the story.
Yep.
When he called him Art, I was like, okay, they didn't just name him for no reason. He's going to come into play. Back at the abandoned court, Josh sees some paw prints and hears some barking before a dog appears through the trees. Josh is like weirdly kind of scared, like it's like a pit bull or something.
You should be scared if you find a random dog. You should be a little weary of it.
I guess you
Yeah.
should, but it's
Yeah.
I don't know, just like a golden retriever to me is just like those are nice dogs.
Well, yeah, but they also
I'm mad
do
that
have
you
teeth.
threw out Pitbull.
Yeah, they do. Have
And they're pretty big. I mean, they're fucking 70, 80-pound dogs.
Yeah.
That's true.
I personally think that if you see a random dog, you should just run to it.
Yeah. What you should do, you should stick your fucking hand
We
in
were
their
just
face.
having that conversation.
Yeah. Just try to pet it immediately.
Just give it the biggest hug you can.
Yeah.
Oh
While
yeah,
sprinting.
Josh offers up his pudding cup, which the dog happily eats before cowering away. And then back at home, this was such a quick little scene, so it almost didn't even make the rundown, but I had to make note about it because Josh is making a dog shape out of his SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yes. That also pissed me off.
But what pissed me off was the mom tells him to eat something, please. Bitch, his bowl is almost empty.
That's what I was talking about.
I don't know what you want.
No, I was pissed that he had made a dog out of fucking SpaghettiOs.
Bro.
What the fuck? Nobody does that
That's
shit.
art. It's like, get that kid some Legos.
It's avant-garde.
Dude.
Smalltown.
Oh my
Get
god.
that kid some Legos.
Josh has now set up a pudding trail for the dog. That's way too much pudding for that dog. My boy, you finna clean up a whole lot of diarrhea.
No, literally.
That dog was eating great.
Yeah,
That dog was in
loved
fucking
life.
heaven for the first.
That's what got that dog's leg amputated.
Oh my
All the
God.
pudding and SpaghettiOs.
Also, Josh finds out that behind the fence there's this hell of a view that we were talking about earlier that means nothing.
Mhm.
The dog takes the bait. He enjoys his pudding as Josh watches on, afraid to startle him. Before you know it, though, Josh and the dog are playing basketball together, and the dog's really good at it, too. After like 30 minutes of playing and having fun, Josh gets the dog out of its clown rags and decides to bring him home to wash up. He also gives him hella SpaghettiOs, too. Bro is clearing out the pantry. He also uses his mom's toothbrush to brush the dog's teeth and sprays perfume directly into the dog's eyes. So yeah, Josh sucks. Now I know why he's getting bullied.
Yeah. The toothbrush thing is wild and puts it back, bro. Oh my
That's
God.
fucking
It
disgusting.
like kind of made me want to throw up in the moment just thinking about that.
And I don't know if it was intentional for the perfume one, but you could clearly see the dog like shake
Yeah.
his
Yes.
head.
No, and
Like when it happened.
I was
felt
really
bad.
hoping that like that was just water.
I
and that-
guarantee it was
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
It's
if
still
this
like
was in the
eyeballs.
60s, though, it literally would have been.
It would have been
Oh, yeah.
gasoline.
Gasoline's cheaper than perfume.
It's the 60s. Gasoline's so cheap.
Jackie gets home and Josh enthusiastically offers to help his mom with the groceries, which she immediately catches on to. Bro, it's almost like if you're just a good kid in general, then maybe you don't got to worry about putting on a front to get what you want. But kids are fucking dumb, so.
That was another part where I thought the mom did like she was portrayed like a real mom where he's like, hey, how's it going? She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like,
Shouldn't just be like, oh, thanks, sweetie.
yeah.
While Josh is trying to schmooze his mama, which that's horrible phrasing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The dog runs down the stairs after the ball and causes all kinds of chaos, destroys the place, ending with everyone getting covered in wallpaper paste, which was just it was just like water.
That's like also the worst thing that you could possibly ever get covered in, I feel like.
Then Josh got the nerve to ask if they can keep him.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jackie was like, hell nah, and sends Josh out to put up lost dog signs that Buddy takes down right after Josh puts them
See,
up.
I found that part kind of shocking in a way that she was so like vehemently against it.
I think it was just mostly because of how he came to be, like how he was introduced.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a
Which I get
calm,
that, but it's
sweet
like
dog.
this is the most personality and like alive you've seen your son in how long now, and then you're just gonna immediately
Take
shut
that
it
away
the
from
fuck
him.
down.
I think
Be
it's
like,
just
but your
single
sister.
mom with
Think
2
about your
kids,
sister.
Works a job. Like, you got to have time for a dog, too. So, like,
Yeah,
that
you're a
probably is the
parent.
responsible move. And also, he just fucked up the entire house.
well,
So, like, honestly,
they're already
you know,
redoing it anyway.
like, can we
Yeah,
keep
she's gonna
him?
have
Like,
to go
you're
back to
lucky
Sherwin
I'm
Williams.
fucking keeping you at this point. Like, look at my house.
Plus, who wants to make that many trips to Sherwin-Williams?
I do.
True, dude.
Josh sets up a doghouse for Buddy out of a cardboard box, which Jackie does not approve of. Jackie says they don't know nothing about this dog and they can't just take him in. And then she
Boo.
gives Josh until Christmas for someone to find him, or else he's going straight to the pound.
So this is a Christmas movie, guys.
That's what I
Mark
wrote.
your calendars
That's what
every
I
year.
wrote. I was waiting for Smalltown to be like, no, the fuck it is not. Because
Well, it's not.
I
but
tried to
don't think it's
argue
gonna be
that
anyway.
101 Dalmatians is a Christmas movie.
I literally have written here, is it a Christmas movie? Question mark. Like, is that the criteria?
Yes.
As Jackie is telling Josh not to sneak him inside, we see Buddy in the top left-hand corner of the screen at the top of the stairs.
That was funny.
That boy's smart as hell.
I read in that interview with the director, actually, he said that they used 3 dogs, like Buddy's 2 doubles were used in that scene, and they did it look like...
Oh, because they filmed it all in one take?
Yes.
Okay.
It was all one take.
Oh, that's fun.
I was going to say also, like, they throw the pound around in this movie, too.
Mhm.
He's going to the pound. It's like, well, maybe not. Like, we could just, like,
maybe not
find somebody who wants him. Like,
Yeah.
God damn.
They could not be bothered. There's like, no, pound.
We're
Yeah,
like,
no,
was
you
like
can
wayside
die.
waifs and shit like that. Like, was that not like really a prominent thing in the 90s? Did that become more of a thing in the 2000s?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it is like night. Yeah,
I don't think, especially the fucking clown motherfuckers whose name I can't remember, Norman, was the type to care.
Well, no, that
I'm talking about the mom.
guy doesn't even take his dog to the pound. He shoots him out back.
Well,
That's
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
That's true. But I'm talking about the mom more than fucking
Okay.
Norm.
It is all late 90s. Like that was probably just like the only solution
Yeah.
back in those times. Like there's
Pound or
No.
shoot him.
yeah, there's no like Facebook to reach out on and be like, yo, who I have a dog. Does anybody want him?
This is true.
It's just like-
Buddy also begins stealing and burying the
Makes me sad.
newspapers that get delivered daily, which confuses the hell out of Jackie. She also uses her toothbrush for, I guess, the first time since Josh brushed Buddy's teeth. This has to have been like at least a full day later. So she just didn't brush her teeth. And she pulls out a dog
Wow.
hair from her mouth, which is just, that was disgusting.
It was gross.
At
Yeah.
practice, Larry's ugly ass continues bullying Josh and gets no repercussions for it. Sounds about right. I bet if Josh hit him back, then and only then would the coach step in.
Mm-hmm.
That's always how that shit goes. in
Oh,
school.
for
yeah.
sure.
The bully does some fuck shit, and then the kid getting bullied fights back, and then the kid getting bullied, they're like, whoa, hey,
Hey,
chill out, bud.
Mhm.
I bet that kid wouldn't get bullied anymore.
It's true.
This
That's
is
true.
true.
You punch somebody one time, they're typically like, oh.
Yeah, like I don't want that to
Oh,
happen
I
again.
didn't know that was,
okay.
yes, a possibility.
Like that kind of sucked.
You're one of the ones that fight back.
At home, though, Josh is clearly just a lot happier with Buddy in his life in general. Buddy is a really smart boy and keeps finding his way into the house, and Josh narrowly avoids his mom finding out that Buddy's buried under a pile of laundry in his room. In what looks to be the basement of the school, Josh starts disrespectfully invading Art, the janitor's privacy by going through his belongings. Like, come on, dude, back the fuck off. In the midst of this, he
He's a
discovers
child.
that Art used to play basketball for the New York Knicks. And he's doing the laundry. Art ominously says, cold water. It's such a widely used trope I've noticed over the years to have like a mysterious character
Mhm.
lead with something cryptic in their first line of dialogue. Because I feel like they're like, oh, it plays so much better if you say something like weirdly cryptic, just cold water, instead of saying, you got to wash them in cold water. Like,
Yeah.
what's a better introduction, you know? If he said, if his first line of dialogue was, you got to wash them in cold water. Okay. But it's still a bad line of dialogue. Just cold water. And he's supposed to get that?
Yeah.
They drown faster in cold water.
Now that would have been cool. Back at home, Josh looks through his basketball cards and he finds one for Art for when he played for the Knicks. And his name is Arthur Chaney. Josh asks Art to sign it, but Art says the guy on that card is dead. Art's lucky my boy Josh ain't got Wikipedia yet. That's all I gotta say.
That's just crazy to me, though.
He also ain't very good at hiding his secret, though, because Josh, like, immediately catches my man hooping in the gym later.
Hooping
Like,
hard. The dude's like
Yeah.
60. He's in there
Yeah.
fucking like for real getting reps. Like fucking.
And it's like foggy as shit in
Yeah.
there.
Like he's
the
preparing for his
lighting's all
Knicks
dramatic.
comeback.
Yeah.
I also felt like the only take they were having him do was just around the backs, just over
Yeah, I
and
know,
over and
there
over
was-
again.
Yeah.
It's like no, like one jump shot, all layups.
Of course.
Did he dunk in like the very like when he first
The
walked in on him?
I feel like yes.
It
but
looked
meant
like
he dunked.
something.
Oh.
I do think he did dunk in like the
Yeah.
very first
Yeah.
time when he walked
Can you
in,
look
and the
up
rest
how
of it
tall
was
He's
Bill
60.
Cobbs was? You got hops. This is a Christmas movie, by the way. This Jackie decides Josh can keep Buddy and gifts him to Josh on Christmas morning. Aww. It's a Christmas movie because the main dog was a Christmas gift.
Nope.
That's a Christmas.
Sorry, dude. Just because Christmas is brought up in the movie does not make it a Christmas
Also,
movie.
the whole Christmas scene was like 30 seconds.
It's 30
long.
seconds long. And
At
also,
best.
there was no like, yeah, I knew he was in your room the entire time.
That's true. Yeah, they could have done something.
He just
like
come
that.
downstairs and she's like, "Look what I did to your dog!" Like that was supposed to be outside.
Yeah.
Okay, well they did
6'1".
the whole Christmas story too, where she was telling the story about Santa Claus.
Yeah, it was like the weird cryptic poem.
Yeah, why
shit.
that?
Yeah, that
weirdly
was
went
weird.
Yeah.
On, weirdly went on for a minute.
A long time.
He's 6'1". Okay, he's not like super tall then. That's pretty average, I'd say. Well, maybe not. What's average male height? Like 5'8"?
I think it's like
5'9"?
I think it's
5'11".
5'10", but
5'8".
yeah.
It might be 5'10".
5'8".
Average male height, I bet it's 5'8".
Nowadays, though,
Yeah.
we got the motherfucker in the NBA that's like 7'9".
Yeah, there's always
Well,
been
that's NBA.
7'9" guys. That's always existed.
Yeah, I think it was like I I could be off on this stat. I think it was like 80% of the people that are like 7 foot and taller are like in the NBA.
Oh, I guarantee. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
That makes sense.
yeah, it's just like it's like
Oh,
every
it's
time
5
you're
feet
7 foot
9
taller, it's like you
inches.
What
should play basketball.
For
else
the
are you
United
gonna do?
States.
5'9".
In the United
Okay.
States.
I'm above average. I'm 5'9" and 3/4. And that's
Hey!
that's
No.
a fact.
That's
I
why we
just
call you
recently-
above average town.
I have always just said I'm 5'9", and then like a year ago I was like, dude, I should round up to 5'10".
You
Damn
should.
right,
So now I'm
should.
5'10".
Damn right.
5'9"
Somebody
and
that
3/4,
is
that's
5'10" is
5'10".
gonna be like, "Nuh-uh."
That's 5'10".
Also, some members of the basketball team moved away, so Josh ends up getting invited to a private tryout, which it never gets like officially revealed, I don't think, but obviously like it's insinuated that Art put that flyer
Yeah.
in. It's shit because he asks. It is insinuated, I guess, because
Why are
the
you doing
coach
that to
asks
yourself?
Art, "Do you know where these boys' lockers are?"
Oh yeah.
I love the face Josh makes when Larry gives him shit here because he's not even hurt. He's just like, "What the fuck is this guy's problem?"
Yeah.
There's this weirdly dramatic moment where Josh is shocked that Buddy made a basket on his own. He's like, "I don't believe this. Josh, my guy, you literally played basketball with him when you met him for like 30 minutes. But by the way, Josh has completely renovated the old abandoned court,
Mhm.
which is pretty cool.
Painted it. and
He's also just super nasty at basketball now. It's
Out of
it became
nowhere.
really good.
Yeah.
I don't know why I focused on it so much, but those lines that he drew on the basketball court, I was like, that is
Bad.
the most uneven line I've ever seen.
Horrible
I was
line.
like, for a kid though, he did a pretty good job.
You know what I did love though? Like little tiny note about this, like that kind of melts my heart, like the little paw prints that will forever be
Yeah.
etched
Yes,
on that.
100%.
Maybe not forever until the paint wears off, but like that's
Still.
so sweet.
Agreed.
That's very special.
Josh pulls up to the tryout, but he wasn't supposed to get an invitation. Coach lets him try out anyway, and he ends up having a pretty impressive performance. Even jukes out Larry at one point.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to make the team. Yay, Josh!
Juke Larry, make the team.
At Josh's first game, this kid named Tom, who likes carrying around old food from NBA players, gives Josh Scottie Pippen's orange peel for good luck. Yuck. Scottie Pippen.
Oh.
Ugh.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
I love Scottie Pippen, actually. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't watch a lot of NBA. I'm not like super big. I know a lot about like the history, especially the 90s. Like this 90s NBA is like fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't watch a lot of it. So I don't really know enough to like say who my favorite player is of all time. But if I had to say, I would probably say Scottie Pippen.
Scotty ain't a
Really?
bad one, dude.
Dude, mine's got to be Dennis Rodman.
Hell yeah, man.
Love Dennis Rodman, dude.
No, yeah, but
Which
he's
is
just such a character.
also
Fucking
also
monster
in this
though.
movie.
He is, yeah.
Brought up in this
Mentioned
movie.
in this movie.
Yeah.
I wish Dennis Rodman was in this.
Oh, that'd be sick.
What'd you say, Smalltown?
This Rodman was a fucking monster.
Oh yeah, I
He
loved
was a
how
fucking monster. He didn't have to score. Like he made such a difference on the boards and defense and shit. Was a fucking monster.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
he
loved
was
how he was like
unreal.
6'7", surrounded by a bunch of like 7 foot
He
tall
just
people. He
meaner
was
than
just
everybody else.
the best rebounder, like
Yeah.
arguably of all time.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Buddy's confused when Josh isn't home, so he heads up to the school gym because for some reason he knows exactly where that's at. Tom screws up in the game, which pisses the coach off. Also, Larry's dad is a real asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Josh ends up checking into the game, and he just stands there and dribbles for like 45 seconds. Brother, the shot clock been gone off.
No, literally.
Actually, I don't. There's not a
no shot clock in high
middle
school ball.
Yeah, this is middle school ball.
Then
I
there's
feel like.
definitely not a shot clock in middle school. But still, like, you can't do that.
No, he's just standing there dribbling for so fucking long in the same spot. Buddy's arrived at the game and he fucks everything up, probably gives the referee a concussion before scoring a basket, much to the delight and amazement of the crowd.
Mm.
Did they count the basket, by the way?
I couldn't tell.
Because they kind of played it like the referee was like, yeah, it's good.
I
Right.
thought the exact same thing when I was watching the movie. I'm like, do they just like act like the basket, like the game? They just won the game.
The ball
for
had
us?
already gone out of bounds.
Yeah, like he didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't sub the dog in or anything. He just randomly comes on the court, scores a basket. They're like, game over.
It's also a fucking technical foul, dude. You can't have 6 guys on the court.
This is
Yeah,
true.
100%.
This is true.
100%.
Yeah.
The principal fucking loved that, though, and calls Buddy a regular Michael Wolf Jordan, which that pissed me off because it makes no fucking sense. Charles Barkley was right there.
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
Bro, come on.
That actually is crazy.
They act like there's going to be an awkward child love interest for a sec, which I'm so glad there wasn't, because they played up like this little, like, oh, hey kind of moment for
Mhm.
literally like no reason at all, because they don't come back to that.
Except the fact that he was finally getting accepted.
That's what I think that
guess.
probably was.
Okay.
Like, people are talking to him now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, this girl, Melissa, who's the president of the Booster Club, asked Josh if he and Buddy would be interested in performing at the next halftime show. I hated how she pronounced it like that.
Halftime?
Yeah, she put the emphasis on the time.
Yeah.
Halftime.
that really did make Jordan mad.
No, it did. It really did.
Also, this, like, the trope of, like, the new kid at school just gets bullied and picked on. Like,
This
first
was
of all,
never a
I
thing.
was the new kid at, like, 3 different schools. Everybody was definitely way nicer to me.
For me, at my school, everyone was like kind of infatuated.
If
with
a
the
new person
kid.
came, they became, like, super popular.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, literally,
immediately.
like there was
True.
this one kid. His first day, he got asked out by like 6 different girls.
Yeah,
Well-
just because he was the new kid.
No.
Also, I actually think that kid was from Slovakia, so that like made it like, oh, he's foreign.
Mhm. The new flavor.
Before Josh can answer, though, Buddy runs off. Josh follows. This leads to Coach Joe getting caught abusing poor Tom for dropping the ball by literally dropping the ball, actually, by pelting him repeatedly with basketballs. And that's curtains for old Joe. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, bucko.
Which
Mhm.
was such a fucking, like, really sad scene.
It was so out of left field. 'Cause it was
Yeah.
extra. Like, I know we've had like the dad's dead kind of shit, but like that was intense.
Yeah, I was like, that was dark.
Like his
Dude,
nose was bleeding and everything. which
Fucking
is
catch
not
the
often.
ball, dummy. I mean, goddamn, it's
How
this
did I
big
know?
and round.
That's a
How
good
did
point.
I know Smalltown say some shit?
It's like,
Small-
dude, your nose wouldn't be bleeding if you just caught the ball, dude.
Small town's a Coach Joe apologist.
Well, I mean, like, I definitely, you can't do that. Clearly, you can't do that. But like my dad, like playing catch with the baseball, like if he threw the ball to me and I like moved out of the way and caught the ball, he would throw it harder until I stopped moving out of the way. Like that's how he got me to not be afraid to catch a baseball. He's like, I'm just gonna throw it harder. It's like, I feel like you're not doing the right thing here, but like,
That's
no,
crazy.
I'm not scared of the fucking ball. I'll catch it now.
You also don't want to die.
Yeah,
No.
it's like that could kill me.
Like a basketball's one thing. That's not going to kill you.
It
And
could.
it's so easy
I
to
don't think it
catch
could.
because you can only throw it like 35 miles an hour tops. It's
Yeah.
too big. And it's, again, this big and round.
Okay,
Just catch it.
What's the consensus then? Do we think a baseball or a basketball could kill you?
Probably
Yes.
technically, if you got hit in the back of the
Definitely
head with the basketball, if somebody threw it as hard as they could, hit you in the right spot in the back
It'd
of
have
the
to
head.
be a really strong motherfucker.
A
It'd
basketball
kill
broke my mom's nose.
you.
That's
Well,
not
I feel
the
like
same
if
thing.
it like
Your
hits
nose
you in the
is
face
fragile.
hard enough and then shoots that bone up into your brain or cartilage up into your brain or whatever.
Now I want someone to look up, has there ever been anyone killed by a basketball? Because
Yeah.
that'll answer our question.
And I'm kind of with Smalltown. I bet you throw it hard enough at the back of the head, you could
Yeah.
for sure kill somebody. It
Now-
probably wouldn't be like even as hard as you would think.
Now what about a dodge?
Maybe hard, but
Like a dodgeball, no.
Maybe not. They're not as heavy.
yeah.
Josh goes to the principal and suggests that Art should be the new basketball coach. Excuse me, and thank goodness he did, because they was about to have Larry's dickhead dad be the interim coach. At his first practice, Art talks about how the game of basketball isn't about a rubber ball filled with air. It's about what you do with it. I actually really liked this exercise. This was a cool exercise.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it's a real thing, but I played basketball for like 11 years, and I don't think I ever.
Which is good. It takes the focus off, first of all, the thinking about dribbling the ball, thinking about what you're going to do with the ball. You're going to go shoot it. Like you're worried about all these different things. And it just teaches you like the basic, like how an offense should work on the
Right.
court. You know, I pass you the ball. You're not worried about catching it. You're just worried about now you have the ball, you know, and now this guy moves here. You cut through here. Like, no, it is smart. It helps you visualize the game.
Right.
more than having to fucking do it, you know?
Exactly. You know, that makes sense. He's talking about how you got to learn how to play with your teammates. This should have given Larry a real lesson in teamwork, but he doesn't care. I genuinely hate this kid, and I'm not sorry.
I don't feel bad for him. It's his dad. I know I do feel bad for him because it is his
I
dad.
have that in my report later on.
This is true. I get that, but the kid is so goddamn smug, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I can't.
Also, I couldn't find anybody that had been killed by specifically a basketball.
All right.
And at some point, it's like, well, that still is how you are. So I still can hate you, even though it's not necessarily your fault. But
Yeah.
Also, this is a character in a movie.
yeah, fuck that kid.
Nope, not allowed.
At the next game, Josh and Buddy perform the halftime show. And, well, perform is a stretch as Buddy just knocks one ball through the hoop and the crowd fucking
They go
loses their mind.
feral.
What the fuck?
Scratching their own eyes out. Bad Bunny ain't got shit on that.
Larry gets pulled from the game, much to the chagrin of his father, who says this boy is the team. Art says, maybe he is to a worked up father, but to me, he's a player who's got a whole lot to learn.
Fucking roasted.
Hell yeah,
Roasted
man.
and toasted. Jordan and I were like, if this wasn't a Disney movie, the dad absolutely would have said the N-word.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't like my kid getting coached by no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Larry's dad tells Larry they're leaving in the midst of the game, and Art doesn't give a shit. He literally doesn't even look back. I fucking love Art, dude.
Fire.
The Timberwolves, which is the name of the team, by the way, that's the first time I'm mentioning this in the rundown, are down by 2. Josh gets the ball with 5 seconds left. With the amount of time he spends just standing there looking around, the clock would have been done expired.
For sure.
I know it's in slow motion, but still, that was like 12 seconds at least in slow motion. My guy Josh got no sense of urgency in this bitch. Oh, and he misses the shot horribly because for some reason he shot it from half court, even though he had time to drive it.
Mhm.
And they were down 2. He didn't even have
just
to score
froze.
3. He did not have
tie
to
the
score
game.
3 there.
He's
He
like,
could
yeah.
have tied it and gone to overtime.
It's like, yeah, everybody would have loved you if you made that shot because it would have been spectacular, but you didn't make it.
Now
So
everybody
now what?
hates you even more.
Art explains to Josh that he took the shot for the wrong reason because he wanted to impress the guys. He says, if you're just out there for yourself, you lose. Do you guys think that's true?
Yes.
In a team game? Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
teams, I was just wondering.
That's what I like hate
Perspective.
about the NBA now.
Yeah,
is that it's not a team game anymore. It's just
And
the
that's why we
star
love
players
WNBA.
showing off.
Because WNBA is true classic
The
teamwork basketball.
WNBA
That's fundamental
surpasses
shit.
them by far in teamwork and ball movement and just like some crazy shit you be seeing on the court.
Even going back to Art, whenever he was doing like the invisible ball like technique, I'm like, dude, he needs to go to like the NBA and show some of these people.
That's
that,
what
dude, 'cause
I'm
that'd make it
saying.
so much better, dude.
That's literally what I'm
Fact.
saying.
He's like, what the hell's this ISO ball shit?
Yeah, damn right. The team starts seeing all kinds of success through the power of a movie montage. And also Jackie finds out where her newspapers have been this whole time. The Timberwolves are heading to the state finals, though. The clown from the beginning of the film randomly comes back into this, whose name's Norm, by the way. Sees Buddy on TV, and he's like, oh, shit, that dog can make me some money. I'm getting it back.
I'm going to jerk off that dog, but it's coming, boss.
Holy shit.
He goes to treat Buddy, who he didn't even bother naming when he owned him. When he hesitated about his name and came up with
Blue. Right then and there, bro, that was so obvious. I would have told Homeboy to get the hell off my damn property.
Literally.
I don't care what kind of paperwork he's got. You do
No
not know that. You
paperwork,
don't even have
bro.
a name for that.
Yeah, it's like,
That
no, you're
shit
gonna,
was
you're literally gonna
pissing
have to get
off.
a lawyer.
It was never real paperwork. It was just his own handmade fucking flyers.
But Jackie's a coward and lets him take Buddy anyway because those
Mhm.
papers, man, you can't ignore those papers. Gosh, your hands are tied because of those papers. I hate how they kept saying, oh, I got the papers. That's such a stupid fucking cop-out, bro.
Literally.
That was
also
the only thing holding her
A
back from
fucking golden retriever. Like, it's not like it's like this
Right.
rare breed that nobody else has. Like,
I was literally saying, like, I would not give him up unless you had DNA proof or some crazy shit.
They probably could have played it off a lot better by just saying, like, oh, he has, like, a performance contract or something, like, where this, I don't know, like, something. You could, like, I don't even know if that's real, but it's a kid's movie. You could have just played that
Yeah.
off other than
Mhm.
just these vague papers.
Yeah, you could have said that now, and I've been like, oh damn. He got him.
Contracts, you know.
He's got
Airtight.
He's got the performance contract.
No, but she does try to offer to buy him off Norm. Like she was trying, you know, especially like as it's like actually happening and she sees how much this is destroying Josh. Like she's like shouting at him like as he's driving off, like, please, what do I have to do? Anything.
Right.
Like, Norm ain't having none of it though. Josh absolutely loses it. It's Mom's turn to stare at the clown costume fabric, guys. For some
Damn.
fucking reason.
They're just really connected with that. There's no way she even knows what the fuck that is.
Yes.
There's no way.
She didn't see him when he was on the side of the road.
No.
No.
She didn't pick it off the tree. She didn't take it off of the dog. Yeah,
And
she is
Josh
really...
hid it from her
Yeah.
when he had it. So she's just like, some random piece of fabric. finding comfort in that.
I love circles.
Really cute moment as Art leaves an autographed Arthur Chaney card in Josh's locker that says, Josh, play from the heart,
Oh.
Arthur Chaney. I liked this moment. This was a good little moment.
Mm-hmm.
Josh decides, fuck it, I'm just going to go help Buddy escape. I like how Norm's on the phone talking about, I don't want my dog doing beer commercials. I got ethics. Meanwhile, his windowsill is just full of empty beer cans.
literally
That was
drinking a
really
beer.
Good touch.
Yeah.
Well, the dog's just chained up in the mud.
Yeah.
Oh.
poor thing.
Like,
Well, thankfully, he does get the chain off, Buddy. Josh does. And after some struggles, they manage to escape. But Norm is hot on their trail in his
Mhm.
beat up, rundown piece of junk truck that falls apart as he's
He
pursuing.
just starts
Enough stuff
destroying-
fell out of the bottom of that truck would not have been running it.
it was
It wasn't,
cartoonishly
I don't
falling
think.
apart.
I think it had like completely lost all power.
Like they were one step away from just having like the seat just riding down the road, him holding the steering wheel.
just bouncing.
The steering wheel fucking fell off too. When the fucking like brakes and wires and cords started falling off of it and shit.
Yes.
They escape on the what was it called? It was like a water taxi.
taxi.
It's just called a water taxi.
I'm pretty sure.
And they have this really awful scene that's intended to be emotional where Josh tries to release Buddy and fucking screams at him and shit because he thinks Norm's just gonna keep coming back for Buddy. Josh, dude.
It's like fucking Man in the Bears that he had.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
The
literally
Bears
wrote
and
that. I think it's in my review, maybe.
No.
No, I wrote that here. Also, first, Josh, dude, Norm would go to jail if you told the cops about the crimes he just committed, and you would get to keep Buddy forever.
Seriously.
It's that fucking simple, dude.
Also, whenever he kidnapped Buddy and they like that scene that you're talking about, that was also just a very cliche scene. Like I feel like
Oh,
I've seen that in like
Oh,
100
for
movies. You know what I mean?
sure.
I think that can be said for like almost every aspect of this movie. I've seen that in 100 movies.
Yeah.
Also, the kid actor, what's his name again? Kevin Zegers or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk shit because he was just a kid, but he can't do fake crying. So this scene lacks all of the emotional weight they were aiming for. I did feel really bad for Buddy though, like his whining and everything. Yeah, and like I said, like Smalltown said, this is quite reminiscent of The Bears and I, just way less impactful. Because in The Bears and I, like it was like a thing where, oh no, he has to let them go.
Mhm.
You know? Or specifically the one that he bonded with that kept coming back. But here it's like, Josh, I think you'll be fine, dude. We're at the state finals now. One of the kids on the team got the chicken pox, which takes out half the team. This is why vaccinations are important, guys. And that leaves them with
Shout
only
out.
7 players. Also, Larry's dad moved him to a new school so he can get more playing time. And so he's on the opponent's team, their opponent's team, the Warriors. It's all good, guys, because Tom's weird ass has WWE Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman's used gum. So they're good.
Yeah.
Moved his whole family to Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, where are they? So they're in Washington then. If they said it's the state finals.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so that is like where it's like the movie's set at.
They filmed it in Canada. but
Okay.
yeah. It's got to be American based.
Yeah, no, it had to have been like located in Washington.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
this is
gotcha.
the state
Yeah.
finals, yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
The Warriors are kicking the shit out of the Timberwolves for a while. Larry continues treating Josh like shit. One of the kids fouls out and 2 more get injured. I liked that when they were like walking off the court both with their arms around each other like, we're both hurt. That leaves the Timberwolves with only 4 players. Art's like, let's run it. But then Buddy shows up. Art's like, shit, put him in the game.
Yeah.
Like I would have just been like, no, we'll just run it with 4.
Yeah, I mean this. Yeah,
Literally.
At one point, Buddy gets fouled and they toss him the ball for free throws. Nah, man, I feel like that's against the rules.
yes, yeah,
But
for
what do I
sure.
know?
1000%.
Well, I mean, the ref does throw you the ball when you shoot a free throw.
Yeah, but imagine like a guy
he,
in the NBA,
bounces
like,
it. He,
them throwing in the
checks
ball
it
and
or
he just
whatever,
volleys
right?
it. Like he
But I don't
throws
know
the
if
ball,
that'd
he just
be
hits it with his fist.
I don't know if that'd be illegal though.
Yeah, that's true.
It would just be stupid for you to do that.
Is it technically in play though? I guess like because it's not the clock isn't running, so in play, I guess maybe not apply. It doesn't apply there.
No, yeah, no, that because and like you make the first free throw, the ref has to get the ball and throw it back to you again. Like you can't
Yes.
just get it and shoot, you know. So like, I don't know, it's the goddamn dogs on the goddamn court. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's all fair game at this point.
It would be funny if you could just get your own rebound off that and then just do a layup for your second free throw. Also, Buddy headbutts Larry in the balls, but they don't call a foul on Buddy.
Yeah.
This shit ain't fair.
All
It's
ball,
not fair.
Ball?
all balls.
All balls.
But he paid off the reps.
Yeah, he did pay off the reps. In the final moments of the game, Norm shows up, and then Josh also once again gets the ball with 5 seconds specifically left on the clock again. This time, I guess he's doing it for the right reasons. Like, they never, like, fully established, like, now I'm doing it for... Was Flapjack down here?
Yes. He walked right past her and like she was sleeping and he just and she's like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Dude, I was just like, God damn it.
Dude, Flapjack or Cat could have just had full reign of the downstairs if he just let Sophie keep sleeping.
Mhm.
Sophie still could pee. She just ran upstairs. She's just like,
She's confused as hell. She don't even know if that was real or
Did he
not.
go back upstairs?
No,
No.
I think he's back like towards the bathroom.
yeah.
That's
Oh, okay.
so funny.
Was he
I missed
meowing
that.
right in her face?
No.
No, he's back
Oh,
there.
he's back
okay,
there.
okay. That would have.
Sophie ran upstairs. It's gonna be okay.
Josh has the ball with 5 seconds left on the clock. Guess what, guys? He fucking makes it, and the Timberwolves win the state championship. There's this really
Yeah.
unearned moment where Larry gives Josh props, but still calls him Water Boy. I would not forgive, bro.
No.
I would be like, yeah, it was a good fucking shot. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, but also it's like you do kind of sympathize because his dad is such like a piece of fucking evil shit.
It's
Like,
also like
Bro.
that's a cool good shot, water boy. Like it's like, you know, where you were and what
I
you
get
just
it.
did. You know
I
what
think it would have been
mean?
better if he called him Josh. Like he finally calls him by his actual name.
yeah.
Good shot, Josh.
Doesn't know his name.
Or just something like
Guarantee he does not know his name.
or just something like you're much better than a water boy or something like that, you know. Hey, water boy. Nice shot. Come on. And he
Yeah.
was still being a dick to him throughout that game. Like, that's why I just feel like it was completely unearned. It was supposed to be this moment where, like, oh, he's finally come around. Like, no, he's been an asshole.
Hey, water boy. Fuck you.
That would have been way cooler.
It would've.
I would have respected that kid a lot more. If you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck you still.
Yeah, that's a power move. Bro.
Yeah.
Norm tries to start some shit. The mom finally grows a backbone and tells him they ain't giving him the dog back. And then he tries to pull the papers card, but them papers are basically destroyed, so that's a no-go. So he takes them to court. And yeah, this movie for some reason wraps up with a 10-minute long, horribly unfunny court scene that left me wondering, why the fuck was this included?
Why was he in a
Yeah.
clown suit in court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately you show up to my fucking court in a clown suit.
yeah. Yeah.
They won.
Guilty.
Yeah, it's like not,
I don't care what happened to you.
yeah, not only do they win, but you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Like,
His
I'm
mom
arrested.
got murdered in front of him. He's like, they're not guilty.
No.
Like that honestly does have to be like contempt of court or something, right?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I guess there was no, because even if there was a dog, like, oh, well, big whoop.
They could have wrapped this up so much easier by just having, like, the crowd gang up on Norm and force him to leave, or even have Norm get arrested for all of his crimes. Like, that's all you had to fucking do. Why
Yeah.
did we get this? And why was it so long?
It was so long.
It felt so
Yeah.
disconnected from the rest of the film. 'Cause
Mhm.
It's just like, what?
It was
the
just
fuck is
really out of
happening?
place.
And the judge was just kind of taking the clown's like word for it at first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like,
was.
Okay, we're just going to pretend like those papers do exist.
Well,
the ones that are
also,
just
like,
destroyed.
Why are you on his
You're
side?
letting Josh
Yeah.
talk. Like, this is court. just sit the fuck down, kid. What are we doing?
I don't know though, because when Art started screaming, like I would have also been like, I don't know about this guy.
Obviously, the Frams get to keep Buddy. Yay, I guess. The end.
But you didn't get to pick. You didn't talk about the moment.
I don't care.
That's crazy. What about Art's big scene?
What was this big scene?
Where he busts up in the courtroom and he's like, well, that dog's about 3-4 years old. It's an adult in human years. Let him decide.
They should have just cut all
Which-
of that.
Which was also a very cliche scene.
Oh, so cliche.
Yeah.
And then how they had to juke us and make us think that for half a second that Buddy was going to go to the fucking clown.
He pulls out the newspaper.
Yeah. I was pissed watching that. I'm like, why is Buddy struggling with this so
Yeah,
bad?
and at one point, Buddy actually got bopped. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I was like, gosh, I hope they didn't hit him too hard.
Oh, yeah.
I think they low-key cut it because it was such like a rushed, like quick moment that I think they cut it. It was whenever he was taking him from Josh the first time and he was like trying to get him into the back of the truck. And he like, you can see the second before he like picks him and puts him in the truck, he like hits him on the nose. And it looks like he has the newspaper in his hand, or it might have just been his hand or something.
Right.
But it was so
Okay.
fast that you couldn't tell for sure. Piss me off.
Piss me off. Well, speaking of piss me off, let's get into this report card, ladies and gents. It's time. You ready, Keegan? Your first report card here on the
So
Disness.
does he know how this works? The
Yes.
Yeah.
report card and the.
and the overall rating,
Yes,
and then
okay.
Pimp of the Week. Yes, we have gone overall.
I know we've had a couple guests that were a
Like
little.
P1 Pivon came on and he graded every individual character.
It was the Mighty Ducks, so it was like 17
So many characters, bro.
Let's let Kaylee kick things off here. We're going
I
to
had a
start
feeling.
with characters.
So I'm kind of on the fence. I initially wrote down a B-, but I'm also kind of feeling C+. Smalltown, don't fucking laugh at me. One of us has to be the nice one. So for me, Buddy was obviously the star of the show, and he gets an A+++++ because he's just incredible. I thought that Josh did a pretty good job overall, or Kevin, his real name. He was pretty believable. Like, he did seem pretty sad, and then, you know, obviously you're going to be pumped about getting a new dog. And then Jordan was being really harsh and tough and everything, but the scene where he was like trying to tell Buddy to go away or whatever, I was like, damn, it was making me kind of sad. So
I just hated that scene.
okay, bro,
It had
but
nothing to do with
I
how
still
sad
felt
I
like
was.
he did a pretty decent job.
I'm
of actually
probably not
being
giving him
super
enough
hurt
credit.
and like sad about that. And the way he lobbed the fuck out of that basketball,
This is true.
that shit probably went about 50 feet.
No, I
Put him in the
and
NFL.
I
He's
do
got an arm.
I do
Yeah.
typically try to not be super harsh on the child actors because they are just children.
Yes.
But also, you know, I play shit up in my rundown.
Yeah, you do. I was just like, damn. Yeah, I agree that the courtroom scene was bleh. I didn't really care about any of the, like, the judge or the little cop next to him or any of that, those characters wise. And Josh's arguments were kind of pissing me off. Like, when the judge was like, how do you know that he was being abused or whatever? Because he was like, because he's my friend and I know how he feels and everything. I was just like, shut the fuck up, bro. Your mom said you could be a lawyer, but I don't know. I think this proves the total opposite.
Feelings don't play well in court. They don't
Mhm.
hold up in court. But it makes me feel sad.
And then speaking of the mom, she was fine. Like, she was definitely a good mom. But like I said earlier, her excuse for not keeping Buddy was, in my opinion, dumb. The think about your sister excuse was pretty lame because, like, yeah, you're renovating your house, but you chose to buy a house that needed renovating, and your son is, like, depressed and miserable. And if you're going to find a golden retriever, purebred, first of all, fuck yeah, bro. That dog is mine. Them shits are expensive. If my child just brings one of those home and it's all dirty and needing a place to stay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I did appreciate how supportive she was of his basketball playing and her finally defending Josh at the very end. The villains were very villainous. Anyone that is abusive towards humans, but especially dogs, are scum of the earth.
But who cares about children?
I said humans, but especially dogs, okay? I don't fully fault Larry for being a dick because, like Smalltown and I were kind of agreeing on, his father created that beast by being a monster himself. Art was great, always lurking in the background, seeing the bigger picture and staying humble. I personally want a soul movie of just him and his career. Like, how did he go from being a Knicks player to a janitor at a school that like nobody cares about?
He had a terrible gambling addiction. Led him into drugs.
I want to see that story.
Yeah.
Well-
Buena Vista, make that movie.
If you
He's dead
remember
now, but
that
This is
part where
true.
he was
But it
talking
would be
about
when
if you
he was
don't, if
young.
you have to play with your heart,
Mm-hmm.
he was basically insinuating that like whenever he was playing basketball, he only cared about himself. So I think what he was implying is that he just didn't make it in the NBA because he only cared about himself.
I
Yeah.
can see that for sure.
That is definitely.
Yeah, okay. And then he reminded me of Morgan Freeman, not just because he's black.
That's
You
why
shut up,
you know
shut
it.
up, you shut up. But one, the deep voice, obviously.
Yeah,
and
because
then,
personally for me, he reminded me of Kurt Russell.
but he had that fatherly, wise, respectful demeanor that made you trust him right out of the gate, you know? And
Yes, I do get what you're saying. That's
Yeah.
just black guys just got that.
older black men.
older
yeah.
black men are built different.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Immediately, like, okay, what? I know I can learn some shit.
Also,
from you.
older black
Yeah.
women too.
No, older black men and women
Absolutely.
are both fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes.
like some of the best people to ever
Yeah.
walk
Yeah,
this earth.
rugged and wise.
Yes, yeah. And not afraid to like keep like they
Tell
they
you
gotta
how the
keep
fuck
it
it
PC.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will
No,
keep
and
it
they
real.
keep it a stack.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
And they don't look a day over 40.
No,
Like,
no. Black
No.
don't crack.
they don't.
Damn right.
Lastly, sorry, I'm almost
No,
done.
you're fine. My bad.
Lastly, Tom was weird but funny. Didn't like the judge very much. Fuck the OG coach and that dirty ass clown.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Small town.
So this is characters, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to give these characters a D+. And I am truly only going that high because I thought the mom did a good job. And Buddy.
And because the mom was hot.
She was hot. That has nothing to do with her being a good character.
It's true.
Okay. I can.
Yeah. Okay. Feminist small town. I love it.
You know
Okay.
me. I got 2 daughters. I got to be feminist.
Damn right.
I mean, the kid was fine, I guess. I know this was a theatrical release, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it didn't feel like it.
Yep. I agree.
The acting was pretty rough for a lot of it, you know?
This felt like decom
Yeah.
level.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, art was really cool. The character, I don't know. They're just bad actors, like the kids were, I thought, which you're going to get from kids, you know. The one was good at being a fucking dickhead, Larry, or whatever.
But it's also a $3 million budget.
Yeah. I don't know. They just weren't good characters to me. Like, Art was a good character. I liked that guy. I liked the idea of
But
him
also
as
still
a character.
pretty bare bones, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, yes. Face value, this is what it is, you
Mhm.
know. I even thought that that Norm, like, he was a decent character.
He was
Like, he
probably
was
one
a
of the
fucking
better
mess.
villains for like
Yeah.
these shitty, like lower budget.
Yeah,
Disney
like he
movies.
sucked,
And
but
he
that was
really put
intentional.
he put his all into that character too. Like when he was screaming and freaking out and everything.
Yeah. What I can't remember the actor's name, but he did a damn good job.
Yeah.
That makes me want to go. It was Derek Jeter's brother.
Yeah, Michael
Michael
Jeter.
Jeter.
Michael Jeter. It kind of makes me want to go to C- now, actually, because I do think he did a good job. For as little as he was in the movie and as shitty as he was supposed to be, like, he did a good job being really shitty.
Yeah.
I'm still pressed. I thought that coach was going to be like a good guy.
Yeah.
The first coach. Yeah, C-. I don't know. It was okay.
All right.
They were all pretty bad.
You said D initially.
No,
No,
but
I
he
said
ra-
D
he
plus,
raised it.
and then I raised it to C-.
Oh.
Minus. I thought about
Okay.
Michael Jeter,
Yeah.
and he did a pretty good job.
Okay. Good.
Keegan.
So I did a lot of my report card just like based off what the movie was, you know, just like a dog playing basketball.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I tried not to look at it as like this just masterpiece film, which
Sure.
you
We do
watch-
that. We
'cause
do
you-
that here on the Disness. It don't matter if it was a decom or one of the biggest
Yeah.
budget movies of all time. Like,
And I was gonna say, like, this is this is probably just a a product of me just being new to the being a new guest on the show. But
no, but we like all the different perspectives.
yeah, I personally gave it a B. I did think that like you said, I thought the clown character did a really good job. I thought the
Mhm.
mom did a really good job. I didn't really fault the kids too much just because they are just child actors, and it's
Yeah.
like they probably haven't had a whole lot of like acting school.
Right.
They can't all be Michael J. Fox and Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan.
Exactly. Yeah. So I gave it a B. I thought for what it was, I thought they did a really good job with it. I thought the characters were somewhat believable. Obviously, Art was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't love Art? I thought the
Facts.
shitty, the original coach, I thought they did a good job of portraying him as like a good guy at first, and then it's like, okay, no, he is actually just an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Just a straight full piece of shit.
I do agree with you on the judge. That was kind of a dumb scene.
Yeah.
In a way.
I didn't even write anything about the judge because that scene pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a part of the same movie.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Like it
felt
was the
so
beginning of the
disconnected.
sequel or some shit.
Yeah. And, Air Bud, Buddy, obviously amazing. So,
10 out of 10.
yeah. So, yeah, I think B.
Period. Highest so far.
I'm gonna give it the lowest so far.
Let's go. We love when Jordan goes to the dark side.
Yeah, for real.
And typically we're not on the same wavelength.
No, but we are about this, and
Yeah.
I probably hate it more than you do.
Damn.
I give the characters a D.
Okay.
I really like Art a lot. But even then, the whole mysterious characters revealed to be crucial to the plot angle has been done to death, and so that didn't feel particularly unique. And then, like we talked about, how his character just becomes kind of face value. Like, I really like his introduction and everything, and then he just like becomes the coach, and then that's just it.
Mm.
I don't like to criticize child actors. I did think like the character of Josh was pretty painfully dull. I'm sorry. I do think that he does deserve some credit because he had to lead basically an entire movie, because he was basically the lead of this.
Yeah,
And that's a big thing to put on a child actor's shoulders like that.
for sure.
So in that regard, he did do a fine job. He just he wasn't able to perform like the forced emotional aspects of it. And I don't really fault him for that as much as I fault the makers of this film for trying to cram that shit in there. Like, you can't make someone do something that's not their strong suit and expect it to play well, even if it's a kid. If this was a decom, I think I'd really be willing to cut him some more slack and this film some more slack in general, but it's a feature film, so we're grading on a different scale here. At least I am. Jackie is a really good mom, and she tries her best. She has good intentions. She comes across realistically. Larry's your typical bully kid, but I do think that kid did a good job with it because he really came across very hateable.
Mm-hmm.
And so did fucking Norm. Yeah, I thought he gave a great performance. He was so, like, as much shit as we gave that fucking wacky scene where he's driving around, like the moments where he had to like sell his like anger and like that first scene in the movie where after they leave the birthday party and he's like crashing out really hard, like he performed all of that so fucking well.
Yeah.
Like, he actually there are real people that act exactly like how that guy acts. And that's why he's such a good villain. Because a lot of the times on these movies, like, they play up the villain so fucking hammy and stupid, but that felt like a very real type of villain.
1000%.
This is very random. I have to say it before I forget it. He looks like the dude that was like in Elmo's closet. You know what I'm saying? Where Elmo would like.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You're so fucking right, bro. Oh my God.
What? Hold on.
I would have never thought about that. The only part of this that I'm really going to give credit to outside of Art and Jackie, and Buddy, I really liked and I want to give them credit to, and I know what Smalltown is saying, and I kind of agree with that, but the positioning the original coach as abusive, that was pretty fucking heavy shit, and it was portrayed really well. Like, that came across very realistically. It kind of came out of left field, but
He is Mr. Noodle.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's
oh wait,
insane.
yeah, he's Mr. Noodle and Mr. Noodle's brother
Fuck yeah,
from
dude.
2000 and 2003.
Oh my
I
god.
cannot believe I missed that.
Oh, did he stop playing him because he died?
I think
Because he died in 03,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember because
He's
that was around the
Mr.
time we would have been watching
Noodle.
Sesame Street.
That's crazy.
Good fucking catch,
Good
Smalltown.
clock. You
Hell
clocked
yeah.
that.
That's crazy. That thought just happened in my head when you were
Yeah.
talking about him.
I
I'm glad
remember
you thought of
seeing
that.
Sesame Street when I looked at it, but I forgot because I was just looking for Disney stuff and then I never went back. But I'm so glad you said that. Shout out, Mr. Noodle.
Let's get into story. Kaylee.
Sorry, I accidentally turned off my phone.
No, it's okay. Smalltown's going to sing us a song real quick.
You look like you're ready.
I was really gonna wait till you started talking.
Up. I was waiting for it. I'm like,
I was gonna do it, and then I was gonna start like shouting over you with my story. So you ruined the bit. For the story, I gave it a C. I think it was definitely cute, but I wish we got to see Buddy playing basketball sooner. It literally was, I don't even know, way too long into the movie before he finally was like actually playing basketball.
Saved it till the climax.
Yeah. And I put that you can't have a classic Disney movie without a crazy car chase, characters breaking multiple laws with no repercussions, and heavy bullying and dead parents. And this movie checked
We've
all those
seen
boxes.
all of those elements a lot.
The court scene at the end, as we said, really sucked and kind of ruined it. Jordan and I agreed that it could have simply just ended with Norman getting arrested for harassing this boy and destroying property. The guy was clearly crazy. I wish Larry got a bigger like moment and like a chance to like tell his dad off and not just be purely an asshole. I also wish they would have done more with Tom and given him a little more like bonding time or something with Josh, so he wasn't just some like weird friend that some call his best friend, but there's like no, they're just teammates. For me, this movie was just, it felt pretty long, and I wish it would have gone different directions with certain things, but Buddy carried so much that I was pretty into it the whole time.
Yeah, I forgot to mention my characters that Buddy's a good boy.
Yeah, you fucking better.
I talked about him in my overall review, but
The
it's
best
hard.
boy.
It's hard to see a not talking dog as like a character, you know, because he was more just.
But he had so much personality.
He
didn't
did,
need a voice.
he did, but he was more of like a vehicle, like a prop throughout this.
No.
He didn't have a character traits. He was just a dog that was good at basketball.
Wrong. He was loyal.
That's all golden
That's a
retriever.
dog.
And he played basketball.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to.
I'm with
interrupt.
Kaylee on this. That dog had a lot of personality.
Yeah,
he was a
Thank
very
you.
good boy, like you said. But
I said traits, personality traits.
Well, that's typically a thing for humans.
Did you have anything else? You
No,
wanted
that's
to add? Small town.
I give the story an F. It was fucking not good.
Oh my god. Well, shit.
I don't have anything else to say. It was fucking stupid. I thought the story was stupid.
Damn.
Keegan.
all right, so I'll give it a C. Like I was saying earlier, just based off just like what it was. It's a dog playing basketball. You can only do so much with it. Like it's just it's a dumb concept in general.
For sure.
But I thought that, they made the dog being good at basketball like somewhat like, like, okay, that's how he became good at basketball, because he was raised by like a clown who taught him how to do tricks. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe a little goofy, but at least there was like a reasoning for him to be good at basketball, not just like, oh, he's just randomly good at
He's
basketball.
just born that way.
Or he did like what we were talking about earlier. He didn't just like come out of the river and just like start dribbling a basketball like right away.
Right.
I do think there was a lot of cliches, like just characters and just moments in the movie, which did kind of bother me. Like, the kid with the abusive dad, like that is a real thing for sure, especially in like youth sports. But like, it kind of reminds me of just like, like in every mobster movie, like you always see like the mobsters have to go after some like guy because they beat up one of the mobster's sisters or something. It's like in every mobster movie ever. And it's almost in like every sport, like every sports movie, like almost every sports movie, it seems like there's always that guy in that movie where the kid's being abused by the dad. You know what I mean? It's just
For sure.
It's a very overplayed like role, I guess. And, you know, maybe this was 97, so maybe this wasn't like that at the time.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah, like I probably would be. But like, yeah, so I think overall I give it a C. Like I do think the ending scene with the judge was dumb, and I agree with you. Like it could have just been better played if they just like arrested him and they just got the dog. But overall, you know, for what it was, I give it a C. Like they did an all right job for making a movie about a dog that plays basketball.
Period.
Smalltown, my guy. I'm right there with you. Fucking F. F.
Crazy.
F is for fucking sucks.
Damn. Shout out Sesame Street.
No, I feel like they add way too much depth, emotional depth, or too many attempts at emotional depth for a fucking movie about a dog playing basketball.
Damn. So you and the director would not have gotten along. You
No.
guys had completely different
It
visions.
was like, oh, they added the emotional depth. I'm cool with it directing it now. And I'm like, no, fuck all that.
Yeah. I just want dog play basketball.
No, I just think they should have treated this as more of a lighthearted comedy, which is what we get at the end, and that's why it feels so jarring, because it's not consistent to what we saw from
But
the
that
rest
felt
of
so
the movie.
stupid.
Because even the dog playing basketball was portrayed as like, this is an emotional moment, you know? Like, this is a beautiful, like, they're winning the championship. Oh, and Buddy's helping. Like, no, that's stupid. Like, and that would have been fine if this was a lighthearted comedy. But everything about this feels like something that's been done before and done far better. They don't give me a strong reason to feel for the Fram family with the loss of their dad. They just kind of expect you to feel bad for them because the dad died. You can't just introduce something and be like, oh, feel bad for them. Like, you have to still give a reason. Like, obviously in real life, anyone whose loved one had died, you're going to feel for them. This is a fucking story in a movie. You have to give me something more than that for me to care. I'm sorry. They cheap out on strengthening Josh and Art's relationship in the path of the Timberwolves, but their newfound teamwork by cramming it all into a minute-long montage. They strangely delay Josh's initial meeting with Buddy by treating it like he's discovering some monster or alien. And instead of Buddy pushing the team to success by bringing the team together, they actually have the fucking dog play in the state championship game. Something I would have totally been fine with had this not been treated as a deeply emotional and heartwarming film. Why? This did not need all that, bro. This could have just been fucking yucks, bro. This could have just been like, oh, that's funny. This could have been Gus, bro.
Could have been
Right.
Gus.
And I
was
still would have
thinking
hated
about
it,
that.
but I wouldn't have hated it as vehemently for the fact that they tried to play it up as like, this is something that you should feel emotions.
Don Knotts wasn't even dead in 1997 either. They could have had him in this fucking movie.
Damn right.
Facts.
Imagine
so
Don
right.
Knotts played the abuse. Hey, catch the ball! Catch the ball! Why won't you catch the ball? Let's get into our overall rating for this film. Kaylee, are you ready?
Yeah, I had to delete some stuff because I ran out of storage on my phone.
No, you're fine.
Overall?
Overall? I'm wearing overalls.
Overall, I give this 7 out of 10 basketballs thrown at Tom for being a young teen's level at basketball when he clearly should have been the next fucking Michael Jordan.
Michael Wolf Jordan.
I didn't hate this movie, and I definitely didn't hate my life while watching it up until the end, I guess. Like, at least like some of the others we've watched on this show, like there are absolutely been multiple other movies that we've watched that are just plain bad, and I hated it the whole time. But for this, it had an emotional story with lots of ups and downs, and I think some decent messaging along the way, but
That's your opinion.
Buddy was outstanding, although sometimes I did feel like they were being a little too rough with him. No pun
It got its
intended.
message across like if I wrote a compliment on my hand and then smacked you in the face.
No,
That's a great fucking analogy.
that's it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I wasn't miserable, but it definitely wasn't like master cinema.
Smalltown.
I'm gonna give this 3 out of 12 pudding cups.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
I knew someone was gonna pick that, so I was like, I'm not going with that.
This shit was not good. I honestly thought that I fucking fully thought going into this movie, I'm like, I bet it's gonna be good. Like I full blown was like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, all of the rest of them
Mhm.
fucking dog shit without a doubt. I know they
Mhm.
have to be.
Yeah, they gotta
But
be
one-
even worse.
I was like, it has to be a fucking good movie because they made too many of them.
You're
after.
thinking like a like Mike type of thing, or maybe Land Before Time is a better comparison there. Like it's
Mhm.
like, okay, the first one's great, and then every single one after that just continues to fall off in
Mhm.
quality.
Sure. I didn't even have that thought. It was just like they made so many of them
Right.
that the first one has to be good. Like it's Air Bud. Like it's a fucking everybody knows Air Bud.
Right.
Even if you don't know the movie necessarily, you know Air Bud.
Yes.
This shit was terrible. This was like hard to get through. And yeah, you know, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen was also absolute dog shit, but it was better than this movie.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You know, I watched this movie 3 times in the past 24 hours.
Dude, that's too many times.
That is too many times.
Yeah, I looked on the cat camera earlier, and Kaylee had this play on the TV, and I was like, why?
Oh, I forgot to tell you I watched K-pop Demon Hunters today.
Did you
Oh,
fucking
did you?
love
Oh my
I
it?
god, I was
actually did.
literally gonna.
I actually did really like it.
Dude,
It
it's a
was
fucking
good.
banger
It
movie.
was good.
Yeah, you're 6 months late, but it was
Yeah.
a fucking good
Oh yeah,
movie.
honestly, probably more than that.
The music's fire.
The music was good. I was having goosebumps and shit
Yeah,
during it.
bro.
Like I was supposed to be doing research while I was watching it, and I ended up just putting the research to the side and just solely focusing
It's
on the
fucking
movie.
good.
It was really good.
I was literally thinking at work today. I was like, God, I told Kaylee like 2 months ago, hey, you really got to watch
2
K-pop
months ago
Demon
was
Hunters. 'cause
crazy. That was, like,
Smalltown really
3
wanted
days
you
ago.
to." No, this was a while ago that I said, hey, this was while we were still living at the old place. I was like, Smalltown suggested you got to watch it.
Well, I thought I was waiting for him, but then I realized he didn't want to. So I probably would have watched it a long time ago. But either way, I watched it. It was really good.
Hell yeah. And that's how you know this movie sucks. We're talking about K-pop.
Let's talk more about it. Actually. You know what? Let's go back to talking about medical milking.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro, this shit was not good. Like, I don't like it did not. The fact that this was in theaters, I would have thrown a fucking fit.
Yeah, give me my refund.
Yeah. I'm
Your
walking
grandma
out of the
would have raised
movies.
hell.
But like then, like, you know, there was so little of him playing basketball. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? This is supposed to be about a dog playing basketball, and it's about a kid being sad until he gets a dog and then happens to play
Yeah,
basketball.
even
like,
as a
it's-
kid, I feel like I would have felt cheaped out.
Yeah.
like, when does the dog start to hoop?
They probably course correct with the other fucking 17 of them.
Yeah, or it's just
I'm really
boring.
curious to see because, like, I don't know. I mean, this was obviously Buddy's only. This was
Right.
the only one that he was in. He died before he could have been in the other one. Sadly, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Also,
buddy.
does it hurt
Rest
the
in
dog
peace,
when
buddy.
they fucking like the way they have to hit the ball? I've seen dogs do that before, but they have to like it's almost like they're kind of biting at it.
Oh.
It's bouncing off.
No,
It
They-
doesn't hurt the dogs at all.
no, well, no, because he was just like trying to bite it, but they deflated it a little bit and they like coated it in like olive oil, so it just kind of like slipped
out of
out.
his
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
So they were cheating.
I think one of the words that the director used was "squirted out" or
Mm.
something like that.
Yeah,
And that
that's-
really
I don't like that.
disgusted me.
I don't like that at all.
Let's go back to medical milking.
Keegan, what's your overall rating for this film?
All right. So I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Whoa!
Yeah. Love dogs.
Wait, well, what's your 8 out of 10? What?
Oh, 8 out of 10 slobbered covered basketballs.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, perfect.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Apparently olive oil covered basket.
Yeah. Now, I will say I will never watch this movie again. But like it will be the absolute last time I ever watch that movie.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. Like I thought it was, okay. Like it wasn't just like, oh, what the fuck.
He
Like,
was pretty into it.
yeah, like if somebody like came to me and was like, "Hey, dude, this is literally like The Godfather Part 2," and I watched it, I'd be like, "What the fuck is this?
Mm,
Like this is fucking
piss
stupid."
the fuck off.
That's like my whole hams bit.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, I had a good time with it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I also love dogs, so that was like, that was cool with me. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I really love classic cinema. You know, Citizen Kane, Air Bud,
Yeah, right.
Goodwill Hunting.
Gus.
Yeah.
Gus, Rob Roy.
Classic Scottish cinema.
I give this 2 out of 16 cans of beer Norm drank so far today. I might be lowballing.
Damn.
I might be lowballing how many cans of beer
You
drank.
really hated this.
I literally, the first line of this is, I genuinely hated this.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
it isn't, I will say, it isn't offensively bad like Frenemies. It isn't flat out boring like Rob Roy. It does have its moments for sure, and it isn't the worst acted film I've ever seen. It isn't the worst film I've ever seen. I think the reason I'm giving it so much more flack is, so this is on the feature film scale. If this was on the DCOM scale, I don't think I would have been this harsh.
Yeah, and the fact that this like inspired them to make 17 more
Yeah,
movies.
that too. It's just hard for me to cut this any slack. This just plain sucked. It was a confused film. It didn't quite know what it wanted to be outside of family entertainment in
Yeah.
general. It tried desperately to pull at your heartstrings using every cheap trick in the book, and that's another thing I really just hate about this, is that like it never, we've talked about some even DCOMs on this. Like I feel like Tiger Cruise maybe would be a decent example. Like some stuff that's like, okay, while I don't feel the emotional elements like landed as well as they could, like I can see the attempt, I can see the effort. There was no effort here. It was just,
Yeah.
okay, what are these like really broad elements that we can introduce that'll make this feel like it gives off that emotion? Okay,
Yeah.
dead dad.
Dead dad. Abused dog.
Yeah, abused kid. You know, like, bro, there's some decent shit buried deep in here, like I've already talked about.
Yeah.
But overall, this just isn't a very fun watch, in my opinion. It's overly long, mildly engaging at best, and it's capped off by possibly my least favorite scene in the history of doing this show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can see the appeal for child viewers, you know, cute dog, Buddy is adorable, but there's next to no appeal for adult viewers. And you can make that, I don't know, if you want to say like, well, this movie wasn't made for you, so obviously you wouldn't like it. Okay. I get that, but I've seen so many other kids movies of this same level do the shit that they did, like the emotional side of things, so much fucking better. So I can't even give them credit for introducing emotional aspects and elements into this, because I've seen it done and this did not do it well. So overall, yeah, man, just not a good one for me. I've really wanted to at least find some sort of campy aspect of this that I enjoyed, but nothing. Like the emotional beats aren't earned, the tone is inconsistent, and I just wish this would have been just a goofy comedy. I think that would have been a whole lot better. That's just me.
I can definitely get behind that for sure.
But I'm glad to hear that we have different, because I always, like I've talked about before, I always hate coming away from those episodes. Like as fun as it is just shitting on a movie, coming out of an episode where you just shit on a movie for 2 hours, I always just feel bad after. Like I just feel drained. Is Sophie and Flapjack fucking with each other? Flapjack is hissing his
Sophie,
ass off.
come here. Come here. Get down. Lay down. All right, good girl. Good lay down.
Flapjack.
Good girl.
Aww. Go look at our Instagram if you want to hear Flapjack make a funny noise at Disness Podcast.
He's just been hiding in the bathroom this whole time because Sophie trapped him down here.
And now he's growling. Let's get into our final segment here on the Disness, and my favorite segment. It is time for Pill of the
Week.
Did you come in on that, Keegan? Oh, it looks like you did.
I was going to, but like, it's too late.
You could have came
Yeah,
in with
you
it.
coulda. Are we all saying it at the same time?
I think we're all saying it at the same
Yeah.
time this week on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Art.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all there.
I was so nervous about that. I was like, oh fuck, dude, am I gonna say the completely
Keegan
wrong
just go,
thing?
Tom,
Yeah.
Larry's dad.
Yeah. It was obviously Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just I misread your text. I thought you said it was the main character.
Yeah, that would be so fucking boring if the pimp of the week ever Simba.
Mulan.
Because that's just too cheap to give
It's
it to the main
obvious,
character. You
yeah.
got to.
For sure.
But what was specifically what was your reason for giving it to Art, Keegan?
Well, for one, I thought he was just a cool character. I thought he was the most like, I guess like almost like level-headed character in a way. And I mean, he like, he took over the team. He basically was the reason like the kid was even like almost playing basketball, and like Buddy came in to win the game for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, like I thought he had a cool story too, like cool backstory.
Yeah.
Like I thought all of it was cool.
Plus, he was just really motivating, and I thought he did a really good job at being the coach. Like that was like a role that was meant for him.
Yeah.
You notice a lot of the times with retired athletes, a lot of the best coaches are the athletes who didn't necessarily reach that like upper echelon, because they can see they can go back and see their mistakes. They can go back and see what went wrong and where, like, okay, because I feel like that's just in general, that goes beyond coaching. Like even like as a parent, you have that first kid, and you can like with the second kid, you can go back and see all the mistakes you made with the first kid and like make improvements upon that,
For sure.
You just can't. You also like Michael Jordan wouldn't be a good basketball coach because you can't teach somebody how to be exceptional.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like that's an inherent thing you have. Tom Brady couldn't do it because he's
Right.
exceptional. It's just a different breed. So the guys that the game, but you weren't the best in the game. You had more holes. You had more things. You got coached more because you weren't as good as these guys. That's a good observation.
Yes.
I also think that
What were you guys? I was gonna say what were you gonna say?
yeah, well, he was just great, and he had the best one-liners.
He did. I loved when he fucking popped off on Larry's dad.
I love when he said cold water.
Bro.
That's like one of the most quoted lines in the history of cinema.
Cold
water.
Easy flapjack.
I'm gonna start saying that, and one of these days I'm gonna get someone to be like, Airbud?
That's what the fucking, when he knocked the fence down, that's what it was fucking, what do you call that? Like when it like builds up something that's going to happen on, like that's what was the callback for, was him knocking down the fence. There's a lake, and then it's just like a reference to
Cold
him
water.
saying cold water.
Bro.
That really was like the equivalent to like, oh, Captain, my Captain. Like if they all start standing on the desk. It's like, damn, iconic.
That's so true. Did you have anything you wanted to add about Art Smalltown?
He's a fucking old black dude.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the coolest man
Yeah,
ever.
he's the
9
shit,
times
bro.
out of 10, if there's an old black dude in a Disney movie, he's going to be our pimp.
Yeah. It's
Because
not
they're
because
always-
he's black.
Not because he's black. That's literally the least reason. It just happens to be like they're usually always the coolest, most pimp quality-esque characters.
If you had to make like what are those? They're obviously not pie chart. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Venn diagram.
No, maybe it is a pie chart. It's when the big circle where it has the percentage.
The slices.
Yeah.
What?
What's up?
It has like the slices in it. So like
Yeah.
the fucking
Yes,
45%
chart.
would be most
that's
of
a
the-
pie chart.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. If we're making a pie chart of pimps of the week, just old people in general probably take up about half of it.
Yeah. And then fucking
Because you just have to
animals.
be wise.
Yeah, and then animals, and then there's the little one for little girls.
The one last thing I do want to say about his character that I kind of thought was funny was how he was kind of like hiding that he was like a former professional basketball player. And then just like, as soon as like, hey, do you want to be the head coach? He's like, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He was just like there the
Yeah,
next
really.
day.
Yeah. He just fucking rips off a janitor uniform. Fucking full suit and tie underneath.
He's like, I've been waiting for this
I thought you were
moment.
gonna say a full Knicks jersey underneath.
He's like, I literally am, the only reason I'm the janitor here was for this opportunity. Something.
Yeah. He's been plotting this the whole time.
He was
He's
like
been
in the
whispering.
coach's ear, like trying to get him to be more rough.
I was literally, I was about to say that. I said
like,
whispering.
throw it
I was
on
going to say whispering in the coach's ear, like, you are evil. These boys suck.
Yeah, he's
Throw the ball harder.
that would have made me like this a whole lot more. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Disness. Make sure to be back next week as we're talking about Peter Pan, guys. Have you probably haven't seen that in a while, right? Smalltown?
I Can't say I have. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been probably at least like 3 months, right?
It's been 90 days.
Clean 90 days. Smalltown does watch Peter Pan every 90 days.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Would that be quarterly? No, that's not. That math's not right.
It's not annually.
No,
Thirdly.
nope. That'd be more than. I don't know how often I watch it. 3 times a year, 4 times a year.
Every 90 days would be quarterly.
It would be
Would
quarterly.
it be?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
okay.
12
Yeah.
months in a year.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Quarterly. My quarterly Peter Pan watch. My QPPW.
Yeah, that's what we call it. You're like, sorry, I can't come hang out tonight. So I got my what the fuck was it?
My QPPW.
That sounds like you're getting like some sort of plastic surgery. Keegan, thank you for being here.
Absolutely. That was a lot of fun.
Good.
Yay,
I had a lot of
I'm
fun, for sure.
I had a lot of
You
fun,
are
too.
now committed for all of the
I was realizing that. I'm like, I feel like this is just, it's like, I had higher praise than maybe I should have for this movie, but like, I feel like it's only going to go downhill from here.
Yeah.
We'll find another movie you want us to do with you, and then we could kind of push the earbuds to the back.
Just-
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's gonna suck because like 15 years from now, we're gonna be like, fuck, all we have left is bad movies.
Which could be
Just
fun,
at that
could
point,
be
it's
bad.
just Disness revamped. We just do all the good movies again.
Again, yeah. I do actually. So episode 100 is coming up. I'm sure, as you guys can tell, because this is episode 80, my friends.
Woo!
And for episode 100, I haven't run this by you guys, but I think you guys would be down with this. So back on episode 1, we talked about Aladdin.
Mhm.
I thought it'd be really cool if on episode 100 we revisit Aladdin
I'm down.
and give our because like I'm not against like doing a lot of the movies, at least the good ones. We're not revisiting fucking Castaway Cowboy.
Mm.
But like a lot of the earlier ones, like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and stuff like that, I think
Mhm.
I'd be cool with revisiting those now that we have good mics.
Yeah.
Because it kind of bothers me a lot that people go back and listen to our first 60 episodes or whatever it is, and like this just like not great
Right.
mic quality. Like this is where it's at.
60.
For episode
About
60, we should go
Damn.
back and watch all 100 movies.
And then rank them.
And have a 26-hour-long
Do
episode.
a
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, I was going to say live. Like, watch
Yeah.
it live.
Ooh,
Yeah,
speaking
our
of
first
the
live
record
stream?
for longest podcast ever. Can you please look that up real quick? What's the longest? That reminds me
It's
of
going
that
to be
iCarly
something
episode.
unbelievable. It's going to be like, 77 hours or some
Something
shit.
that we could never attain.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
never do it. No shot.
Well, okay, but like that doesn't imply that like the original hosts have to be on the whole time, so we could like tag out, take naps and shit. Oh, Kaylee's making a confused face.
Well, Apple Podcasts says, wait, hold on. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Now's the time for Smalltown to sing a song.
There was at least a 36-hour one. Oh, guys. Okay. I found it. Ready? In October of 2022, a Dutch team breaks the world record for longest podcast after over 150 hours.
My SD card doesn't even get that much space on it.
It was the
No.
longest uninterrupted podcast episode.
For some reason, I was expecting you to say something just absolutely ridiculous, like 150 like days.
I wonder if that was live. Because I feel like
Yeah.
you could edit. Because I was going to say, like, if it's not live, then you could just edit together 150.
It's fucking
episodes out.
like 5.5 days.
It's a lot of fun.
October 1st to October 9th.
I
8
kind of want to
days.
break that. The Disness is going to break that record one day, y'all. Well, think about this. Like, you could still go to work, and then we could just have people who are like not at work be talking while you're gone, and then you come back. You're like, hey, Smalltown's back.
That's all.
Now we're talking about Castaway Cowboy.
I would imagine that's a lot to like arrange too.
No, it would be
Yeah, like you're
5.5 fucking days. Because that's the thing too, is like someone would have to be, or like I guess you can make multiple people in charge of like making sure it's going off without a hitch.
Mhm.
You know, like you can't just be like I'm the host. I can't just be like I'm going to bed. You know, with just leaving people. Like I got to make sure it's going to continue
Mm-hmm.
going. So yeah, you'd have to find like that. That'd be a fucking crazy thing to coordinate.
Oh, yeah. It was like 5 different shows that they combined.
Into
and like
one.
all took
That's
turns.
cheating.
It never stopped.
That's fucking.
They never
cheating,
stopped.
though. Bro,
It's
gotta
also
be
in
one
Dutch.
show.
Yeah, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
I think we should do a 5-day podcast on the next Airbud movie.
I think we should
Just the rest of the entire
Low-
franchise.
Yeah, no,
Low-key,
just I'm talking
Knock
about
it all out in one.
I was talking about just one movie. We're
Golden
just talking about it for
receiver.
5 days.
Here we come. Well, thank you for joining us, folks. Make sure to join us in our trip to Neverland next week,
Woo.
as we're going to be dueling with Captain Hook.
And old Shmee.
We'll see you then. I've been Jordan Bass.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Smalltown.
Thank God. And this has been the Disness. We'll see you next time, my fellow Disnessmen, Disnesswomen, and Disness people. Good night.
Thank you for your Disness.